Yo, Jacoby, is this you watching? Type in chat if this is you watching right now. It can either be Minecraft chat or the stream chat. This is new Jacob Bobby, but I don't really know how to pronounce your name. What's good, Draco? What's good? I am right now trying to beat Minecraft. It's the Cherry Blossom Dimension, I think this is called. And, yeah. I just decided to put a random mod on the world, so.
I started placing the stairs, but then I realized it would be easier to place them if I had the glowstone in the middle, so I left to the nether to go find some. I started mining glowstones, but then I noticed unobtainable mobs, so I killed it and then reduced the number up to 3. And after that, I found a hoglet, which was another unobtainable mob. Okay, I just killed a hoglet.
Wait, what do you play on? Well, do you play Minecraft, really? Because you could join me.
That was so cool. Not only was that cool, but actually necessary, because the gas tiers we got, we're going to be...
Oh!
While I was doing that,
Jacoby?
was in the swamp getting more slime balls.
Right? Yes, yeah. Okay.
And while we were having fun, I also managed to find a bastion.
As soon as he said, like, what? Hello, me fan. I'm like, okay, this is just a random kid who watches my videos, you know?
The proper position. I then placed the stairs around the glowstone until we hit hour 8. 8 hours, man. 25
Jacob,
now, even though we're 8 hours into this challenge,
where are you?
I promise you the pace is about to pick up. Because everything we just did was preparation, and it's going to allow us to go so much faster once we start collecting the mobs. So on the beginnings of hour 8, I got some
Where are you?
aquarium for all the fish. After that, I traveled to the nether to get some quartz, and while I was there, I found a nether fortress, and figured I might as well start killing wither skeletons so I can try to get the skulls that we're going to need for the wither. But it was not even a minute before I got my first one.
Why is that?
I got a wither wither skeleton skull, and you're not gonna believe this, but on the very next skeleton, oh yeah, I got another one. Literally
That's
right after that one. What are the
Okay, I'm at spawn right now. The cherry thing. That's where I'm at.
Oh, I got one. We're good. I got all 3 wither skulls.
Unless you're like
Scorpio was lighting up the platform with
on
torches.
top
That way
of
we wouldn't need to worry
something.
about mobs. After that, I searched the nether for bastions and rune portals because I needed 36 gold blocks to build 2 of the cages for our most special mobs.
That's so
Oh my
weird.
gosh. I almost just died. It wasn't all sunshine.
Okay, wait, meet me at
That I got the gold blocks. While I was doing that, Scorpio traveled to the end. No, you're joking me. You're joking.
a
Without a hearty jump
portal.
scare.
Yeah, I'm at a portal
The end where he began to
right
mine the
now.
obsidian pillar. Once I got the remaining gold blocks, I was very far out in the nether, and I needed a quick way to get
Okay,
back.
pause real
So I
quick.
used some ender pearls and ladders to glitch on top of the nether ceiling.
I'm only gonna use this to.
Scorpio took that obsidian that
Okay, I see you.
and then he came into the nether and also glitched
Oh,
on top of the ceiling.
I didn't get to see this. Oh, this is the dimension. Oh, huh. For me, it didn't allow me to enter. Cherry Chow, new mobs. No idea. Oh my, bro. Wait, we can break this. We can break these stuff. Well, go back to the overworld and make yourself. Actually, I'll give you some stuff. Give you 2 iron. Here's some cobblestone. Go and make yourself some tools. And yeah, I'm getting these because I can use it for my base. Because I'm gonna make it like jungle themed. So like bamboo. Oh no, 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 no.
Please tell me somebody got that reference. Okay, so there are all of the mobs that vary from different spots around the Minecraft world. Now, we have to bring all of these mobs to our central build platform. Now, because the nether ceiling is so flat, if we set up portals in all of the different biomes where they spawn, we can then very easily bring the mobs back to the nether. Which was why setting up a nether portal on the ceiling was our top priority, and all we had to do now was light it. Yes? Oh, what's up?
Because my dad said we could just text. Don't join any party, so it kinda sucks. Tomorrow though. By tomorrow I mean like very early in the morning. Like 1:30, something like that. Because it's probably just for like the night, you know?
And while I was doing that, Scorpio was busy gathering a whole bunch of materials.
And I'm gonna stay up, so. Yeah, actually,
And on hour 9, the first time Scorpio exploded the TNT, it unfortunately did not work. However, he was successful on the second attempt.
I'm gonna put like all of them down. You mine this one. I'll mine this one. Mine that one. I'll mine this one. So it's at least quicker. Or mine that one, you mine this one. Whoa! This is a different one. Okay. So this has to be an older version because look. Look. Jacob, look. I'm not going into a crawl mode. So
despite all the fun we were having, we're actually making good progress. And the last thing we needed for the platform were the roofs of the cages. But we were at a dark oak, so we went through the forest and got just a ridiculous amount of wood, so we would never have to come back. Once we were done there, we crafted up the stairs and slabs we needed to finish the cages, and then began working on them. This was also the first time that we had phantoms spawn in, which was a good sign because we needed to capture them later. As the timer approached 10 hours, we were so close to finishing. I think so. You want to do this together? Let's do this together? Sure. All right. Help me top here. Yay! Yay! We did it before 10. Let's go! With the platform complete before 10.
I like doing it on the side.
But
Okay.
now the real challenge began. every single mob in the game. We began stage 2 by having a Taco Bell.
You think our base should be jungle themed or like cherry themed? Which one? Because I felt like cherry themed would look good. Oh no. Ow. 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 Keep inventories off. So, I'd suggest get under like a 2x2. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, you can craft elytras with some of this. This stuff? Yeah. You can craft elytras. I forgot. Yeah.
So I went to a second one, which was absolutely massive. While I was doing that, Scavio got some leaves and weeds, and started to bring the first of 17 sheep over to the cages. Once I was back, I found a chicken, and I started...
Slurry. Ow, 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 help, help, help. I'm at 1.5 hearts. Help, help, help. Help, 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 help. Spiders. No, no, those are turtle spiders. No, bad turtle spiders. Bad! Bad turtle spiders. Bad.
I was then able to get cow in.
Bad turtle spiders. No, no, no. Bad. I'm at 1.5 hearts right now. Okay. I'm gonna try one of the drumsticks. Yummy. Now I can sprint. And go in, crit. Okay, so they do the regular spider grabs. Alright, go ahead and make yourself a crafting bench. Get yourself full stone tools. And, yeah. Oh, okay. There's like different temples then? Is what I'm getting. And there's probably loot inside of it. Yo? Oh.
It's a rainbow sheep. I thought all those used to come over clickbait. And yes, the jet sheep was our double digits, Mom. The next step for the sheep was to get every single color of dye so we could color them properly. So I first went around collecting the basic flowers.
What? I'm so confused. What in the world? That sentence made no sense.
And then it was just a matter of dyeing the sheep the correct color.
Absolutely no sense that made. A bed, I will change the color of the bed. I do not like. That color is weird. Wait, are these regular villagers? Please, please tell me. No. Okay, you can trade for a guidebook. Ooh, a boss pearl? Okay. Okay, the emeralds, that's it. So the Sakura emeralds, I think they're called. Those things are key. Okay, that's amethyst, but retextured. Cool. Cool, cool. Cool to know. Thought that was like some... No, I died. Let me go through the portal. How do I go through the portal? Oh, you just stand in it? Oh. That was like some... Okay. That was like some... I got my stuff.
After that, Scavio found a closure outpost that had allies inside of it, and he figured this would be a good opportunity to try to bring them back. Now, up until this point, we've done a whole bunch of easy mobs, so we decided we wanted to try something a little more challenging. Okay, so for the raid, these are going to be the first mobs that are chasing us. I began by clearing out the roof where we were going to trap the rabbit. And then I put trap doors in, so when it was chasing us, it would just fall right in. At that point, Scavio got the allies to go to the nether portal, and then he was able to get them on a lead again and bring them back. By using the
Let's do it.
earlier, I began setting up what was going to be a rail.
Wait, good?
This was going to
No,
be
we
very
can't.
helpful in transporting the raid models. And at that point, Scavio
Let's go.
and we were trying to think
You gotta make yourself some tools, bro.
okay, unhook them and jump out.
You really gotta.
Oh, wait, is that not... Bro, how many can my... Oh my gosh, I thought I was close.
Okay.
Because we're
What?
being constantly bombarded by phantoms, we figured we might as well try to get that one out of the way as well. Okay.
Okay, there we go.
I got the phantom into the boat and then started bringing him over towards the cage. How are we going to get him up? Oh, a piston. I'm going to drop up here. We placed the piston under the phantom boat and then we're able to push him up and sneak him into the cage. Once the paints were in place, we just had to break the boat by sneaking underneath and using the axe. After all that craziness, Scalpio then got the final dies and colored. That's the clean one. Sayasa, Nadat 20. 28. We hit 11, 11, 11 on the clock, which I thought was pretty cool, and then it was time to prepare for the race. The first step was to set up a rail that went all the way to the building.
Okay, phew. Back it up!
Oh, it's a thunderstorm. It's a thunderstorm for sure. This
Brother.
is something that we had prepared for, and now it's time to
Back it up! Back it up, buddy!
follow the
No. No, I hate skeletons. That's the exact reason I hate skeletons. No.
After a couple minutes of traveling over the nether,
Oh, my. Okay, what did we do? Type in E. Yeah! We can craft an elytra, bro. As soon as I say that, that's hilarious. Actually, it's actually hilarious.
took a nice look at it.
No, bad, bad. Ugh. I'm at 3 hearts and I'm doing this, bro. Nah, don't spam hit, like jump and crit. No, I'm not fighting the skeleton. No, you died. Get your stuff, get it! Get your loot, get your loot! Get your loot! Over there. Got the skull? No. Give me some arrows, Okay, there we go. Oh my, no, I'm at 1 heart. No, this cannot happen. No. Bad. This? Why? Oh my gosh, first thing I pick up is a sword.
Scorpio got his items back, and then we marched off the Ravager. That was way easier than I thought. And before we finished the raid, we figured we were going to get the Pillager and Vindicator into their cages.
Okay, so I see something blew up.
With those mobs in, we continued the next waves of the raid until we got to the witches. Getting the witch back to base was the easy part, but getting it into the cage, that was...
No.
Oh, okay, it's only poison. You can't kill it.
I'm just joking.
Yes, we were now up to 35 mobs with only 2 raid ones remaining. Oh, okay, we got some Vexes. I got one killed. Alright, mark it up to 36. As a quick reminder, the Vex is an unobtainable mob as it dies over time. With the Vex checked off, we only have...
Okay, so we need how many? How many to get an elytra? So we need a crystal block. Alright, so we need 5 moth wings. Oh my. Okay, so go ahead and craft yourself some tools. Take my sword. Get yourself some tools. Here is some wood. All the cobblestone I have. And, yeah.
so challenging, and that's why it felt so good.
I'm gonna try and get myself an. Actually, let me just real quick
And then when we got back to
break my axe, make myself another stone sword.
while trying to break the boat, some more Vexes spawned, and then Scorpio got one of the weirdest
Dude.
messages I've ever seen. Scorpio was
Dude.
killed by one malicious
Get yourself a pickaxe and make yourself some tools. And then you can come hunting with me. I'll also want to stay in the overworld and try and get iron.
had completed all of the raid mobs. Oh, that one was so stressful. I'm so glad that's out of the way. After that, I took a dinner break to go get some pizza, while Scorpio was still working back at the base. We also figured that getting the mobs into the cages would be a whole lot faster if we just reset the dirt mines, so that's what Scorpio was doing while I was eating. After that, he left for the nether to go find the stray, and then set up a portal before entering into a snowy tundra. And while Scorpio was busy with that, I figured I
Why is there so much coal? Oh my. But barely any iron. I only got 4, and that's from that mountain over there.
Despite the questionable things I was saying, I did manage to get the skeleton into the cave.
Okay, there we go.
The skeleton, Scorpio managed to get the spray into the cave.
So there's my iron.
And almost perfectly after that, a zombie villager came up, so we figured we'd try to get him in as well. And as Scorpio moved the zombie villager over, I prepared the cave, and then beat up the zombie villager as I was bringing a creeper over. Okay, I have a creeper coming through the mines. Set up the cage ready, and we got the creeper in, bringing our total to 41. Right now, we are making amazing progress. That's the
3.
the entire time
Give me that. Wait, I could have cracked. Yo, I can make a spear! Yo, bro, I can make a spear! You want one? Take one. How much damage? 7 attack damage? Okay. Okay, so get me. That'll get me an pickaxe. So, take a fishing rod.
And during the night, Scorpio also managed to find another trident. It was hour 13 that I figured I was going to try to capture a spider.
I'm fishing off an edge. Fishing off an edge. Wait. Jacob, can you come up here? I'm gonna see if I can combo with this fishing rod. Come on up here.
It took a solid 2 minutes before that spider jumped in and I was able to break out of there.
So let's say you're chasing me, right? So good. If you hit me, it's fine. You can hit. We'll get over here. Combo, yeah. Alright, so we need. We're gonna need a few of these moth wings to. Ooh, yeah. Okay, you can go hunting. I'm gonna go hunting too for the moth wings. And yeah. Because then we can both get elytras. And there's beds in this world thing. So. And with the mule there, it was time for the remaining horses. You are a It's the brand new one to fuck on my shit. Dude, I just got wool. I just got pink wool and some food. Oh, this is Sakura mutton. What's the difference? Yeah, see? And there's bed. Oh, wait, are these like dogs, hoglins, or something? Oh, these are pigs. These are pigs. Yo, they look like hoglins. Alright, quickly, come back. Quick, quickly, quackly. Go, 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 go. Over here, over here, over here, over here, over here. Under there.
It took a little while, but eventually I did find one, and now the question was, how was I going to craft it?
So. Alright, so right over there is where I want to go. Actually, I want to go over there. How am I gonna go over there?
Oh, okay, there's a bad.
I
I was gonna try to block it.
I really
but then
thought
it
that.
unfortunately flew away. After searching for a little while longer, I saw a hitbox through a wall, and I could not believe that it was a bat.
Look, you see that? That is a pathway.
I got a bat to the test. Yeah.
This
Oh my god.
is a cooler pathway,
That's actually the
but more risky.
now the next part was to create a tunnel.
I swear, if you knock me off, bro.
I then laid some dirt, chlorine, and walling down, and then
Ah!
through the roof. Why I had to use glass, so that
I'm gonna second it.
would not suffocate. And if you're wondering where Scoffio was during all of this, he was just bringing back, and then he left for the stronghold and went to the end. That way she could get some chorus through.
That's it. So,
Just a
yep.
moment. Now I have the
What in the world is this? Sakura. So it's just cobblestone. Because it says it's a Sakura stone block.
And it was then that Scoffio found one of the old alleys. I love this one alley that's just like chilling right now. I'm gonna call it, I don't know, Jeremiah. Yeah. Or should we call him Jerome? Jerome. And I was making great progress with the bat until I wasn't. This bat will not go up at all. I've been on Y39 for 5 minutes now. Oh, he went up. It's a giga. I don't know what a giga is, but this bat certainly was one because he was now racing through this tunnel. And on hour 14, I got the bat into the cage, and now I just had to get myself
What?
out. Okay, the bat is in. Wait, let me take it out. I'm out.
The Sakura coal.
After that, I removed the tunnel, and then figured I would go for the next group of tricky mobs, all 11 cat variants. And as I began collecting fish so I could tame the cats, Scoffio was having trouble getting the last one.
You have a pickaxe.
The black horse. I can't find the black horse. It was very
That's what I.
Scoffio dropped his deck
You
and
can,
strider boots that
you can mine it with your hand?
combines them to make some absolutely insane moves. And this made
What?
getting the fish a
Wait, place your crafting table down.
after I had gotten about a stack and a half
Wait, you'll get
of
the
fish, I
item.
left for the end dimension to mine down an obsidian pillar because we are going to need to make a bunch of nether portals for all these cats. Nearly 14
Oh, you can't
and a half
make
hours into this
anything out
challenge,
of it.
just getting to sit back and relax while mining this obsidian was very nice. Once I had gathered enough obsidian, I went back to the first village and then began my search for cats.
We have paintings now.
And this one was close enough that I could just walk it back to the base. Scoffio then told me that there was a witch hut in the nearby.
Wait. We can do the double mining strat. So you got a pickaxe, right?
Wait, there's a cat here.
So you mine the top block, I'll mine the bottom block.
I've never seen a cat. It's like
Come on.
really light silver. I've never seen one like that. Oh, you know what it is. Dude, I'm so bad. I have a Russian blue cat's texture pack on. Oh my god. I wanted one that looked like my cat kind of. I then brought the cat all the way back to base and sat it down. At the next village, I found a Siamese
You mine the
cat
top block, I'll mine the bottom.
and then brought back to the base. And those were all the cats from the nearby villages. So anything from here on out, I would have to first set up
This is endstone. That's literally what it like looks like. No, you just mine the top, I'll mine the bottom. Alright.
I set up a portal by the horse, and then Stadio Nether
Go, good.
I found the tabby, the ragdoll, and then Stadio brought the black horse back. I just continued getting
Hey,
all
you
the
can-
bad combinations until this happened. Oh, I got surge. How the heck did I get surge protector? No, legitimately,
What?
how did I get surge protector? After that weird incident,
I am half a heart.
15-hour mark when Stadio attached the horses and was ready to use them in cages. When searching for the final two cats, Woodland Mansion. Oh, dude, I found a Woodland Mansion, and even though we didn't need it for anything, that was still a cool time. It was day 57 that I got the 10th cat, but I ran out of fireworks. So Scavio rushed to come save me. Thank you, Mister. Thank you.
That's scary.
Yeah, right. Stupid. You're funny. And after rescuing me, Scavio then put the horses into the cages. Hold on to the white horse. We then also killed creepers through the night for more fun.
Could have just done moths. Wait, I found a moth. No, dude, help. Come up, surface. This moth could possibly help us get elytras. Depends how much it drops. Juke. Ooh. Yeah, got him. I'm scared to fight y'all. Can you, like, prove you're friendly? Oh, so you're just a weak zombie. You're just a weaker... Okay, so y'all guys drop... Okay. You guys drop emeralds, I guess? Okay. And the, pink petals. Okay. So it's kind of like the better version of... Ooh. Better version of... Oh, you can eat these? Okay. Spider turtle. Mm.
Nether portal, and then he built another one that links to the nether ceiling. That way I could very easily bring the camel back. And we took this moment to just have some
Oh my. It was like 3 different ones, and one just like straight up launched at me. This has to be like wheat or something for it to like, you know, drop like that. So they move like an iron golem, because like I saw their hands go up, so it's like a, kind of like a, what, medium zombie, I would say. Yo, we got a water bucket! Just camping, just fine, normally. Ooh, wait, armor? Oh yeah, what the heck is that? No, those things are explosive, I think. That's a guess, I've never played this mod. What you want? No, okay. They do not explode. Guess it's just an effect. Wait, it's like a village. Wait, there's a... Wait. Yo, okay. I can just craft these. So easy. Yes. I love when these spawn. Because this gives us one step closer to making a elytra. Dude, I found the new cherry blossom ore. I think you could craft armor with it. What do you need to mine it? Oh. Okay, so you can do it with an iron pickaxe? Yeah. I think you can... Put that over there. That. Ooh, sakura egg. Yo. I can craft the new armor. I can craft the new armor.
And while I was doing all of that, Scapio was busy bringing the
I just need the leggings.
I next figured I would try to capture the cave spider, so I went to the cave that was near our home and found a massive paint mine shaft.
I found iron.
From there, I started mining a tunnel that was going to lead to
Dude.
the surface. I prepared the cage for the cave spider, and then once one did spawn, I
Oh, right, you can make the swords, the axe. Dude. Dude. That's so good.
The next mob I wanted to get was the squid. However, just as I was starting to patch,
Dude, you gotta come here. Come here.
and it was our top priority to try to get the skeleton horse.
I'm near the edge of the village.
50%, and I was searching through the plains biome to see if I could find any skeleton horses that might have spawned. At this point, Scapio got the first parrot in and then decided to also join me. Yay, bro.
You should be able to see my name tag.
During the thunderstorm. So I went back to preparing the tunnel for the squid, and then I made sure to breed the pandas. I filled in the squid tunnel with water, and I was going to get the squid when this happened.
Oh yeah, I see you. Yeah.
Oh my god! It was underwater! It was underwater right by your base. I'm literally not.
Right there. Yes. I just realized that was void. I could have possibly died right there.
And after I killed all the other skeletons, I was so happy that all I could say was,
Okay.
I can't believe we got that one. Scapio got the blue parrot in the cage, and I put a lead on a squid, which honestly makes no sense. But by doing that, I was able to bring him over to the tube before Scapio got the next parrot in, as well as I got the squid. Alright, that's another one. Oh, that's another one. Once I got the squid in, I made sure to remove the dirt path, and then Scapio bred the pandas, still without any luck. Next, I went into the lower caves in search of a glow squid. It took a little while, but eventually I found a massive underground lake that had some inside of it. And the next step was to mine a tunnel from all the way down there to the surface. Once I did that, I put a lead on the glow squid and brought it as close to our cages as I could. Scapio and I began on filling in the walls for the glow squid tunnel. This required, once again, water. Once it was completed, I took the lead and pulled the squid through the tunnel. Alright, go ahead and take it up to 78. With more than half of the mobs collected, we were making good progress, but now it was time to do some of the harder ones. Scapio was going to get the dolphin, and I was going to get all 2,700 combinations of tropical fish. I'm just kidding, we're only getting the 22 base variants, otherwise we would be here for thousands of hours. But to get all these tropical fish, we were going to need a lot of buckets. So I started by going into the caves and mining iron. And while I was cooking it up, Scapio found a dolphin and began bringing it back while I took a break to breed the pandas. Once the iron was cooked, I crafted 27 buckets and then left for the coral reef so I could start getting the tropical fish. Once Scapio got
Emeralds, redstone, dude. I found emeralds and redstone. Wait. Ah!
The dolphin was one of the easiest mobs.
Oh my gosh. I have iron. Wait.
At least he didn't die or something.
Wait, come here, real quick. Because I can give you this iron. You can go back to the overworld. Smelt some stuff. Smelt it. And after you smelt it, you can go ahead. Make yourself an iron pickaxe. And then just come back and help me. Wait, you can mine it with the stone pickaxe? Okay. That's good. That's super risky, just like, you know, going off the edge. Good.
So I repeated this process until I was missing just one fish, but unfortunately I ran out of fireworks, so I had to head back.
Yeah. Alright, we have iron right here. Get out of the water, bro. Get out of the water. You know what? I'll just pick it up.
It must have been a good luck charm because moments after she got the brown fish.
Oh my. Alright, can you drop me some like Sakura stone or something? Actually, never mind.
And there was only one way I could think of to do that. What a stark contrast of panda noises. After I got the sneezing panda out of there, Scapio helped me push it into the cage. After that, we brought the normal panda over to the cage, bringing our total to 81. And I figured the next best thing to do would be to...
Oh my first emerald in this world.
And after that, I went back to the coral reef
Yeah.
where I found the last tropical fish I was missing. Ornate butterfly fish. Oh my gosh, I'm so lucky. I got that so fast. We're done with all the tropical fish. While I did that, Scavio was getting the llama
Actually,
in a very unconventional way, but it seemed to work. And it was
yeah, so that's gonna drop me into the
43 minutes
void.
in that I hit a very
It's gonna
special
void
milestone.
drop me.
This was
But
officially the longest
if I can
hike
trust
I've ever
myself,
with the
yes,
video that I recorded
yes.
Log Swamp a couple months back. After hitting the milestone, I took all the fish
Nah,
buckets and renamed them
nah,
Anvil, because this is basically the same as putting a name tag on that. But before I could put the tropical fish in, I needed to get some more glowstone to light up the aquarium. After I placed the blocks, it was time to put all of the fish in. And this was going to be the single largest jump of mobs we had gotten yet. Scavio, go ahead and bump it up to 104. Really? Yeah, 104. Okay, turns out I got the math wrong. It was actually 107. Dude, my math is terrible right now. Oh, yes, bro. Yes, close. That was
dude,
morale.
you just took a
And we wanted to
lot
keep
of
the
fall
momentum up,
damage.
so Scavio went mining so he could get the iron.
Where you get all these? Oh, the villain. Okay.
However, the 13 pearls I had were not enough, so I went to the end and
Here's
made
some
a
water.
hunting post so I could kill Enderman. I then went through like 50 more Ender pearls trying to get the Endermite.
Yes. No, 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 no.
He spawned the iron golem, and after that he went towards the snowy tundra. That way he could get snowballs and spawn the snowy golem in the. I almost grew up looking at that. Eventually, I managed to get enough ender pearls to finally spawn the
No.
Endermite. And once we had all those,
I'm not trying to doubt all this. Bro, we gotta like use blocks at least, you know, like.
And this one's tricky in particular because of just how many steps there are to capturing it. And the first
Boom.
one was to set up a rail that went from the obsidian
Okay, so we
platform
go
all the way to the
this,
return portal. From there, I broke down beneath
to
the portal, placed
this.
the dirt block and mushroom, then grew it. And by doing this, we actually broke part of the end portal, which is very important. The last thing I did was power all the rails, the preparation phase. And then I went through the gateway that had previously caused Scavio so much trouble. You have to go so far. I found an end city directly next to a gateway, and then I set up a dirt path leading from it. Now the next step was to find a shulker that I could bring over. After I got one into a boat, I dropped down onto the dirt path and began boating over before this happened. No, that is, I want to scream. Oh, shulkers are fun, aren't they? Be positive one.
Bro. Bro. Are you serious right now?
Well, what was a good thing was that I got the shulker to the portal, pushed it in using a water source, rode the boat, and we had a shulker in the overworld. I then put rails to the shulker cage and used a furnace minecart to push him in. Please. What? No. Come on. Yes. Oh, yes, he's in. I got the shulker in. Okay, so guys, this next part of the video is going to be out of order because story-wise, I think it's so much more funny if you only see Scavio's point of view. This man was on a mission. He wanted to get the magma cube, and the first step was to head to the nether. Scavio quickly got the magma cube into a boat, but little did he know, this was far from the last time he would have to do this. After that, he made a massive railway that went all the way to our portal, and then he pushed the minecart into the boat, which got the magma cube on the way.
So it leads all the way to the top. There is a bunch of moths, so we will be able to craft an elytra. 100%.
Waited 8 minutes to get one more magma cube to spawn. He got it in a boat and then accidentally suffocated it. Bro,
Boom.
how did he die?
What the heck?
Attempt 3.
Where's the elytra? Oh, right here. What am I missing? I'm missing one more in a crystal, which is all the way at spawn. Okay.
He set up a rail directly to the cage, pushed it, and it was on its way. Right. That should be him. Quickly,
No. Yes. Dude, we can craft an elytra. Oh, just now we can craft an elytra.
I'm genuinely curious why there's a cat. Just as Scavio was ready for attempt 4, I'll continue to open the main tag. Okay. No, he's in the box.
Get over here, boy.
Please don't be any obstruction.
Alright, what we got?
Just waiting for
I see he used cherry logs to craft that, and those to craft that.
Here are 3 reasons why you should use Codecademy to learn how to code. Number one is their course catalog. They have
Hi, Robin.
beginners to advanced in 12 different languages. You get access to all of them. Number two. No! Fortunately, Scavio was able to save his stuff, and he actually got the magma cube into the overworld, and this was it. This was the moment. Are you kidding me? What?
Do I know you by chance?
Oh my god, this is so hilarious.
Like, have you added on PlayStation or something?
Wrong. But eventually, he got the magma cube in. Ching, let's go. And if you're wondering where I was this entire time, I decided I was going to get all 7 rabbit variations. So I first set off to the taiga, where I quickly found a brown rabbit. And after using the lead to bring him all the way home,
That's a cow?
I made a makeshift hole and put him inside of it. I then also found the white and black rabbits at the taiga and put them on leads on a pole. At the 21-hour mark, I did the same thing with the desert rabbit. And then I kid you not, I explored the world for another 30 minutes before I finally found the last rabbit I needed. Oh, I found a black rabbit. Okay. And the funny thing is, it's not even that crazy.
No, bro. Oh my gosh, I'm like, wait, are you actually about to do this, bro? Are you actually about to kill me? For real? Because I am at like 2.5 hours. 1.5. I just need 1 crystal. 1.
Okay, I found another one.
I am done. I can get an elytra.
With the rabbits in the pit, I put a roof over them. That way, when Scavio brought his Arctic fox into the overworld, it wouldn't try to kill them. And when he was doing that, I went for the snowy rabbits that I had left before. Basically, just brought them into the desert and then waited by the home portal because I didn't want to go through yet until Scavio got the Arctic fox into his cage. Bro, this chicken is distracting him, huh? He's going nuts over the chicken. Yes!
No!
At that point,
No.
and so I then left to retrieve the desert rabbit as well. And by the way, because it was super repetitive, I'm not showing a lot of the trading for name tags that we were doing. What's happening? So once I got the rabbits back, I prepared the cages and then had to figure out a way to separate them so I could take them one at a time. Okay, buddy, it's time to go. Okay, come on, get up. What are you doing? How did he get stuck? The rabbit was...
No, he's in there.
Eventually, Scavio blocked him in, and we were able to mark it off. And then repeating the process with the other rabbits was rather simple. Until we got to my personal favorite one, the toast rabbit. If you didn't know, if you name tag a rabbit toast, it turns it into this special type. Dude, this is starting to look so much. I mean, this is like a film now. Imagine we get Ender Dragon and those 2 monologues. Well, we're not quite there yet, but we did finish all of the rabbits. Oh, dude, all the rabbits are in. Let's go. And what was surprising about this challenge is that you didn't expect us to be more tired. But I guess the adrenaline of collecting mobs took all of that away. Right now, I don't feel tired.
I got my combo.
Got my combo. With the adrenaline pumping at 22 hours, 22 minutes, and 22 seconds, I set off to get all 4 colors of the axolotl. We are going to get the 5th blue one later. Okay, so a tip that I found when breeding axolotls is when we're breeding them, we want to stick to all of one color. And that's just going to make the blue one stand out a little bit better. While I was doing this,
No!
Try to find the normal fox as well. Let's go!
No!
We brought the fox back to base before this nice little scare. No. Oh my god, you nearly fell to the cave. And meanwhile, I was having fun in the lush cave before I found the cyan axolotl. And then Scavio got the fox into the cave. Next he was going to get the polar bear and the brown bear.
Dead. He's dead.
Unfortunately, those don't exist yet, but maybe someday they'll be added.
No!
The snowy tundra this time to find a polar bear.
Okay, you know what? You guys can beat Minecraft.
And after that, this would be a good time to go for the
I'm just gonna look at all the stuff they added. Boss revive crystal.
And I found both axolotl colors before Scavio told me something unfortunate. Paraphrasing what he said, he found a strider and rode it into an area that was door where he began to suffocate. Nothing was working, so he logged out at a heart and a half and waited for me to get back. Wait, did you have your MP3 open when you were recording? I did. Okay, yeah. If you want to look back over your recording. And sure enough, just before he logged out, he had his coordinates open, and I made my way over towards that. At this point, we really could not afford for him to lose his gear, so I went all out.
No. Wait. So I can dupe it.
And after that, I put all the axolotls that I had collected into their cages. It was hour 23 when Scavio began the tunnel for the Strider, and I set off for the sniffer. I began dusting a bunch
Now
of
y'all
suspicious
guys
sand looking
can
for the sniff rag. Scavio got the Strider in, and then after a few more minutes, I found the sniffer.
Now y'all guys can take your stuff.
Then I got one bag. After which I found a beat, got it on the and brought that one back, bringing our total to 130. We were
Oh
23
my.
hours in with 23 mobs remaining, but unfortunately, things were about to slow down a lot because all mobs remaining were going to be much
Here
more
is the.
starting with the silverfish. So I left for the stronghold. That was probably the first to ever actually want a silverfish to spawn right now. You know what I find funny is if you don't want
Here's, come here.
to spawn, they do.
Here's that.
If you want them, they don't. Yep. I think that's generally pretty much
Chase.
I kid you not, there was not a single silverfish.
Not Chase, Jacoby. Go ahead and take that kit.
Find a new one. Of course, we were outside the so I had to first farm ender pearls, then go all the way back to the nether fortress.
Oh my gosh, Axe is so overpowered. Just run from Hedge, bro. He's a beast. He's a beast.
But my trouble wasn't over yet.
Whoa, with this online only deal for Buffalo Wild Wings Go, you get 1 Freddy Swings and Fries for $16.99. That's enough to feed you and like 2 friends. Or one if you're selfish. And I am selfish.
I'm at half a heart. But I will not die. Because I am a Chad. I'm such a Chad. Yeah. Chads always die. So yeah. So yeah. So yeah. We get surrounded by a horde of zombies. The Walking Dead be like, ah, yeah. No. Wait, this is actually like, oh, uh, 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 uh.
And I had a new jolt of energy. So I figured I was going to get all 3 frog types as well as the last unobtainable mob, the tadpole. I began by leading the orange frog back to base before I went to sleep. When Scotland tried to join back, he got this message. Don't log in. It's awesome. I've reached my daily limit. Oh, Scotland, you take too much concept today. I mean, technically, we've only played 9 minutes. It's a new day. After that goofy message, I got the frog in, bringing our number up to 134. And meanwhile, Scavio was in the nether setting up a railway that was going to go all the way to the fortress. That way he could work on getting the blaze and wither skeletons. I was in the swamp waiting for tadpoles to hatch, so I figured I'd spend the night farming flies. I've said it once, and I'll say it again, I think the swamp is the most deadly biome. I mean, look at how crazy this is. Meanwhile, Scavio had found the blaze. So you're saying I could put him in a boat, right? Scavio then got him in a boat and moved him over towards the railway, where he then placed a minecart and used the glaze to push him all the way back. But he's off. And after the blaze had made it through the portal and Scavio set up the gate, my tadpoles had finally hatched, and I killed one, counting for the last unobtainable mob. After that, I picked up the rest of them in buckets. And simultaneously, Scavio got the blaze moving and into the cave. He's in! I've got the blaze! You got it? We're at 136? Yes, sir. After a little celebration, I next took the tadpoles to the snowy tundra and set up a little enclosure to try to get the green frog. Wow, this guy grew instantly different than I brought the frog back through the nether and was easily able to get it into the cave. Next, I went to the desert and did the same exact thing for the white frog.
Sorry, really.
Scavio was busy trying to get a wither skeleton while I converted a zombie into a drown to get that one.
Okay, so keep inventory will never turn on.
So I had to first get him into a boat with salty water, and then it worked, and I got the ground in, while Scavio got the wither skeleton in. With the baker's dozen worth of mobs left, I set out to get the husk, which really wasn't too bad, while Scavio went to get the slime. With the home stretch in sight, I set off to the floors, we set up a cobblestone platform. That way, when I flew up, I got a whole bunch of hoglins to spawn. And the reason we need these is because the next mob I'm going for is the zoglins. So I killed the extra hoglins and then brought one all the way back over.
These things one shot?
Okay, there we go. Oh, there he is. And after the zoglin converted, he then aggroed on me again, and I was able to bring him into the cave. Oh, goodness, bring it up to 142, 45 hours in, and I think our server was starting to lag because Scavio almost died to the slime in a boat. No, oh my god, dude. One heart. And while the slime was hopping back, I figured I was going to get a guardian. So I took a boat over to the camp. And clearly one boat was not going to
Nah,
be
bro.
enough. So I went back to base.
You're weird for doing that. You're actually weird for doing
Which I
that.
then dispersed across the entire ocean.
Hench!
At this
You're
point,
weird if
Scavio
you're
got
watching.
Oh.
Oh.
I don't know why we called it that. And then I swam around the ocean monument for a little while until we got a guardian into a boat. And at the same time, Scavio left to find the mob that is the greatest of all time, the goat. I managed to get the guardian into the cage, and then we officially had less than 10 mobs left. And from there, when Scavio was bringing the goat back, I figured that I would take this time to just clean up all the messy stuff around our base. And with the goat mob in, we are now down to just a handful remaining. And these are without a doubt going to be the hardest ones. We have the Ghast, the Warden, the Wither, the Elder Guardian, Blue Axolotl, Ender Dragon, and then our two final mystery mobs. With my eyes set on getting the Ghast, I went to the Nether and began setting up a platform that we were going to try to spawn one on. Then in the overworld, we built another Nether portal that's going to lead to the Ghast. And after that, we began setting up
Who's next up? Quick drop! Quick drop! Nah, bro! Birdie's quick dropping everyone! Bro, these kids are fried.
We went a whole 10 minutes without getting a single gas. So we thought something might have been wrong, and we tried removing the rails to see if that would change anything. Oh, a gas is there. Gas just spawned down below. What do we do? Oh, instant escape. Okay, long story short, we set up a bunch of portals, but they were not linked properly.
How?
We were honestly getting really demotivated until Scavio had it.
Why?
Well, I was thinking if we just kind of just spawn and we try to through into that portal, but we know links directly to the page. Oh, wait, yeah, let's actually give that a shot. With this idea, we got a boost of motivation, and right away began with building a tunnel.
Alright, let's clap
the
them.
portal. And almost instantly after we finished the tunnel,
Let's clap them. Let's clap them. And I'll... Not enough.
The fishing rod to pull him closer without getting attacked. And by doing this, I was able to name tag him and then pull him through the portal. There it is. Coming up through. Do I go through that portal as well?
The latest styles designer.
They're all here at the BFM's Furniture Memorial Day sale.
Throughout our entire 60,000 square foot showroom.
5 years free financing and free delivery.
BFM's Furniture Memorial Day sale.
Going on down. I just went through the kitchen, and then all we had to do was break the portal and replace the glass. Let's go! My heart rate right now is crazy. And even though we had to wait for over
Brother.
26 hours, I was
This
able to
guy
get
stinks!
Our plan was simple and effective. We would first go to an ancient city and spawn a ward. Then we would lead it down a tunnel and directly into the cave where we would have trapdoors so it would never be spawned. With our plan in place, we began flying over to the nearest ancient city, where we then dug down, and there it was. Okay.
Weirdo, you auto clicker weirdo.
So that's what we did. Scavio started from one end, and then I went all the way back to the base and began with the other. And in total, we had to go about 2,100 blocks, so we were going to do this for a long while. When we've been playing Minecraft for 27 hours, doing something mindless like this was actually a very nice break. It took us a total of 30 minutes before Scavio and I met each other in the tunnel. We weren't quite finished yet because now we had to go back and make an additional block taller for the warden. After that, I placed water at the top of the warden chamber and then soul sand at the bottom with kelp going all the way up. That way we would have a bubble color. We had played Minecraft for 99 days straight, and now it was time for Scavio to get the warden. Unfortunately, this is a one-person job, and when he started to capture the warden, I began with the wither cage. the stakes of this cage are pretty high. If I mess up even a single block, the wither will escape and kill all of our mobs. So I carefully followed the blueprints, making sure I missed nothing. And then for some reason this thing requires candles, and one place I know that has candles is the ancient city. I think this place. You better bet I got those candles and dipped out of there. And you know, you didn't get a really dark with Scott. Oh my god, how about that? The first step was to get the warden to start chasing me. And when Stabio was doing that, I was peacefully flexing. I suck. Get my Oh my gosh! Scoffio got the warning to the end of the tunnel, and now was the moment of truth. This is Nina. Well, that's been nice knowing you. Oh, God. Oh, yes, he's in. We got him. We got him, Scoffio. It had taken us almost 2 hours to get this mob, but here it was. And honestly, this base just sounded so much cooler with it. It was about noon on Friday, and I placed down the beehives and then put flowers around them so we could begin work on getting the honey blocks for the wither cave. Eventually, I had enough honey for one of the blocks, and then we got ourselves into a sticky situation. A sticky situation, yes? And while we were waiting for the second block, I got the boat lined up into the wither cage, and it is very important that this is perfect or else the wither will escape. And then it just came down to waiting for the last bit of honey. Oh, there we go. Alright. Got it. We had gone 29 hours without sleep, and this was one of the final bosses being spawned in. So just to confirm, I placed the wither skeleton like this, right? Yes. Like, well, no, wait. Yes, like this. Yeah, you know, that wasn't very reassuring, but, like, what's the worst that could happen? Okay, so here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Got it? Run, get away. And once the wither spawned in, we slowly snuck up to it to see if it was attacking the iron golem. To our joy, everything was going to plan, and all we had to do was just fill in the blocks that it destroyed before we checked off the wither. Scavio? We got the wither. Yes, sir! 148. Let's go! That was one of the 3 main bosses completed, and next we wanted to go for the Elder Guardian. And the first step would be to craft a bunch of doors, that way we could breathe underwater. I also made sure to get some milk buckets from a cow for the mining fatigue. And then it was time for action. Alright, firework down, mine in. Okay, I'm killing the first one. Okay. Scoffio got the second Elder Guardian, and then I made my way up to the top of the monument where the last one remained. I then walled off the area so I could make sure it stayed contained. After that, I cooked the one sponge we got from that entire place and went and drenched the room that the Elder Guardian was in. At this point, I started walling off the top of the monument because this was where we were going to extract the Elder Guardian from. And meanwhile, Scoffio began setting up a railway that went all the way from our base over to the ocean monument. And after that, I very slowly drained the entire top of the place with one singular sponge. Alright, Scavio, I see the Elder Guardian. We finished the railway, and then it was time to move him. Except... Okay, go. No, he's taking damage. No, get him out. Oh, please, go. Okay. Oh my gosh. And the Elder Guardian was on its way. We were just praying that nothing would go wrong. There it is, Scavio. Let's freaking go. 149. We started this challenge 30 hours ago, and now we were going to get the blue axolotl. Just in case you don't know how this works, basically whenever you breed an axolotl, there is a 1,200 That's it. And that's tropical fish buckets. So the first step was to get a whole bunch of iron so we could make a ton of buckets. I grabbed a whole bunch of building blocks and then set out towards the coral reef where I began setting up what was going to be the explosion. You can tell I was pretty darn tired when I said this. Dude, this looks really vivid, Bash. I'm getting Bash blacks. What I was trying to say was that this was giving me flashbacks to when I was breeding axolotls from my hardcore world. Once I finished the enclosure, I added the axolotls in, and then it began. Scoffio first began by taking a bunch of buckets out into the ocean and beginning to collect tropical fish. I then joined him for a little while before I left for a nearby cave to try to find extra axolotls so we could begin the breeding faster. And then it was time. Were we going to get the blue axolotl the first breed? Okay, let's see. Here they go. Here. It was pink. Okay. And honestly, this is what the next long while looked like. It was just breeding, collecting tropical fish, waiting, and repeating. And we were really beginning to lose motivation to even stay awake. So we had to do something dramatic. Okay, Scavio, I sent you a link. I want you to go ahead and play it. 3, 2, 1. Oh. That's on. I feel like it's gonna happen, Scavio. Right here. Do you think it's gonna happen here?
If it's ever going to happen, it's going to happen now, in this moment.
Okay, beat drop's coming up. Here we go. This was our moment. This song was gonna give us good luck. Here we go.
Good luck, my friend.
Good luck, Scavio. Hey, on your right, my left, it's the palace.
We planned this all wrong. Our tour lets you book thousands of guided tours.
Oh, good family drama. Yeah, so we did what we had to stay awake. And it was around the 32-hour mark that we decided to put the blue axolotl on hold and then focus on the Ender Dragon. So I went back to base and grabbed sand, which is the first ingredient we're going to need for this. And after entering the end, I began to drop the sand through the home portal, where on Scavio's screen you can see it stacking up. And this basically tells us where the Ender Dragon will be. After that, Scavio started mining some leaves we're going to need, and I began pillaring up with dirt all the way to y equals 200. Now the next step is to create this pattern on screen and put endstone in those green locations. So Scavio and I bridged out using leaves and placed blocks where we were supposed to. Once that was completed, we went down below, placed the end crystals, and waited for the Ender Dragon to respawn. Did you see how the Enderman exploded from on top of those? No, it's actually so satisfying. Enderman are just exploding off of those. With the Ender Dragon back, the next step is to destroy all of the end crystals except for one. We saved that one until it's poaching. Okay, looks like she's down, and I destroyed it. Now we don't do anything. And she's gonna stop. 20 seconds. Yes. To be quite honest, I don't know how this glitch works. I'm just following the steps. But next we need to build a flying machine to push the dragon to the top. So finally, once the flying machine stops there, I built another closer to the gate. And then with a few more steps, it successfully went. Okay. With the Ender Dragon through the gateway, the game naturally spawns another one, which we then kill, and this is going to respawn the end portal. And now we need to go check in on the other Ender Dragon.
That's the
out
funniest.
in the gateway. Wait for this to fly all the way back to the end dial. And once that happens, this dragon is going to permanently freeze on top of the stand. Well, unless you do this. Dude, we were 33 hours into this challenge, so don't worry, the Ender Dragon eventually settles back
Yeah,
down.
what's
Now,
the
very
back
last thing we needed
legs?
to do
The
was
back
push the dragon
legs
through the portal
should
using
be.
pistons. With everything completed, it was time to go
Maybe some
through the
editing
portal and
thing.
see if it was right. Oh no. Dang it, dude. No.
No.
Here.
No. It doesn't
Oh my
matter.
god! Hey, let's bump it up to 150. Let's go, We have the Ender Dragon, the Warrior, the Wizard, the Elder Dragon, our biggest mobs in the game, all variants. We still have 3 more mobs before we finish, but I think this is a good time to mention that I'm going to be doing this world, this event. My Patreon page. If that interests you, please go check out my Patreon. It really does. We decided we were going to go back to farming the blue axolotl, and we still had another 3 hours to get it, so we set off towards the axolotl. Can't believe we have once more. We gave it our all. We stayed for hours, hitting 3. I got hundreds of tropical dishes. Scavio bred hundreds of axolotls. We hit 34 hours. We hit 35 hours. And our level of motivation was going down, with still not getting it. And it is but as the clock got closer to 36 hours, we were unable to get the blue axolotl. I would call it quits. But I don't think this challenge was about the blue axolotl.
Nah, I feel like the warden
I
was
think it was
hilarious
about
though.
pushing
Yeah.
ourselves for 36 hours
The chicken
straight.
one
And
with the
honestly,
body.
doing that
What
has
body
given me a
should
new
we
sense
do?
of confidence that I think is far more rewarding than getting one simple
Spider.
mob.
Or the warden.
So, Let's have a proper celebration and close this out. Dirty
This looks hilarious. The dragon.
So excited to go to bed.
I'm gonna cry. I'm so excited for that. For the first time ever, I'm excited for this.
Scabio.
Yeah, the frog. Frog.
Wait, why do we have different pages than the rest? These are the special ones.
The most special one. You want to say what they're for?
Do you want to build a snowman? No. Do you want to come out and play? No.
One. And we thought it would be poetic. If after capturing every other mob in the game, we counted us, the players, as the I'm interested in checking out Scabio's perspective with the video on the screen. Not just a spinning of grammar I spent 100 of Minecraft's best players on the big Roblox to see how they use their vast knowledge and skill.
What the heck?
Civilizations from nothing. After 2 weeks of progress, each group will be learning how successful they grew their civilization and how well the defendant fight on Doomsday. When the walls separating them drop and total war breaks out. What started out how you usually expect one more Minecraft to begin. Everybody just looks like it shouldn't take long for players to realize that blocks regenerate resources from their biomes, and if they mine it enough, it'll upgrade to even better blocks. Sam Uri gonna build a new computer or what?
I've got a 16 by 16 by 16 CPU design I've been sitting on for a few years, and this seemed like the perfect opportunity to recreate it.
While Sammy Uri and many others began working on the big plans they had in mind, Blue Team's top PvPers made a bold play by bridging to middle, where they'd be able to access No Man's Land. Inside No Man's Land, anything goes. PvPing and griefing and trading. The very center, an excellent with special resources. So y'all are already colonizing. We're getting food right now? What's going on, guys? Oh my god. Oh my god. You know what? You're getting kicked off for that. We left that guy on the roster. Civilizations were busy mining, getting things rolling. Blue continued to play aggressively, taking over No Man's Land, but it wasn't long before they met some resistance. Oh, wait, we got an altercation over here. Guys, no, what was that? During the conflict, one of Blue's members, Starfish, found out a way to glitch into enemy territory using a boat, which normally he'd be teleported out of. He then, of course, had to just start breathing that space. But watch as I handle this war criminal. Wait, say what he did. I want you to write a private apology to Red Team. Although these were just currently small quarrels, they definitely have much greater impact. Oh my god. You guys are cooking. This void world. Players knew that mob spawn So by making easy access to these platforms, they'd be able to get items like food, books, and many others so they can start working towards achieving their similar strategies. There was still one
Spider dragon
did not get from their eyes. Water. That's genius. The desert team, it obviously doesn't rain over here. Yeah, it doesn't rain over here. So they went into the middle, which is awesome. It was fill up in their biome. They started sabotaging red and blue to get any water from the middle. We literally have two of the most dehydrated teams on the server trying to play each other right now. Eventually, red staircase strategy. Lucky for blue, they happened to be the first team to achieve the third one-block upgrade, which they then traded these new goods with purple for their extra water. With each team now having a secure base, day 1 had ended, but going into day 2, I realized how serious this competition was gonna get. And this happened overnight, and they got the automated one-block. Led by genius player Pi and professional builder Gus, cooked overnight. Besides starting construction on this gigantic blob, they discovered a way to automate the one block by hooking it up to a zero-piston machine and repeatedly pushing it into its where the selection drops. They also had made farms, and by trapping a naturally spawning zombie villages, and also moved their way up in the world. The first place of commerce, a KFC. Red had a different strategy in mind. Oh, what is this? What is this? Civilizations were beginning to thrive. Now progress heavily. Luckily for blue team, the first one block every single day they spawn in the middle of the map, going up in value as the days progress. And it was surprised as the team immediately rushed to no man's land. Players realized had civilization, like cherry blossom trees, as well as passive spawning mobs that blue team was quick to snag. Take over the first but this was starting to have enough. Despite each team's valiant efforts, continue to hold their ground and with the that gave purple a perfect opportunity to make a power play on day 3. You guys are really watching the vlogs right now. Yeah, we make their civilizations. Purple was pushing the middle one block all the way to their base with a chain of pistons, making them farmers with this. But what they did to their own one block was even crazier. That's going so fast. That's impossible. Oh my gosh. Dropping items flowing through. Bro, this is so rich. That's in the box. We're going out to one of the richest civilizations on the server. We had a wandering trader farm to get rare resources, which their lead player Pi was on top of for hours. My man was not losing. But anyway, the Greek civilization had also been prospering economically. Oh, look at this. Oh, it's a slime farm. What is this? They're just making giant platforms all the way over here. Using this slime farm, which they would eventually scale, Green Team would be able to make all sorts of redstone contraptions and farms, especially ones to be used on Doomsday. Red Team had also made some moves by starting what seems like a Mega Builds themed base, but equally as impressive, Blue had also done some major work while taking a break from No Man's Land. Wait, these builds are kind of coming together. They got weird little minecart things going on in here. Look at this. There's a whole system down here. Pursuing a Japanese-themed city, Blue had completely transformed the Void of Nothing, which used to be their base, and had basically developed an entire industrial system underneath their homes, which held things like their one-block farms and super smelters.
Si quieres elevar las vibras, trae el sabor. Modelo Chelada, cerveza auténticamente mexicana, grandes sabores a fruta y un toque de picante. Modelo Chelada. Trae el sabor.
Unfortunately, someone had destroyed Purple's one-block farm in No Man's Land, and now this place looked like a ghost town. But going into day 4, the next world event would occur. Each time a Nether Queen's castle with the first functional portal inside of it. They're all bridging in, they're all bridging. Every single team raced for the center, some coming across hidden chests that give them the first taste of netherite. Oh, jeez. Oh my god. No way. Bro's going in for it. Oh! After looking several players tried restoring it and lighting it up. And in the midst of the chaos, Murphin and Wailables from the purple team managed to enter first. Yo, one of you punch the pigment for the meme real quick. The nether was completely empty besides for structures, which would allow purple to be the first to get netherite and blaze powder from strength potions. Although it seemed like purple was about to dominate this event, an unexpected show up of red was about to contest this. Oh, jeez. No way. Oh, Murphin. First man in the nether is about to get killed.
Oh, the freaking pigment.
There's no way he has much time left. Oh no! Despite landing the majority of the game, Red had shown up and taken over the fortress, which they then brewed strength potions and proceeded to dominate No Man's Land. One of their most notable players was Foray MC, a top-tier PvPer who had been widely known as a hazard in No Man's Land for the past 4 days. But after clearing players from purple, green, and blue today, every civilization shifted their hate towards him and the rest of them. But you know, Red didn't care, because after the world event today, they were enjoying the spoils of war. Foray was elected as the other civilization. Blue followed suit by electing Quinton, one of their best builders who had countless mega projects under his belt. Purple elected Kai as theirs, who had shown his skill countless times throughout my past events. And of course, the most who was just elected was displaying prime leader energy. Yo. Oh my god! Now, it was at this point each team had established several starter farms, like sugarcane, cobblestone, and mob grinders. So for the rest of days 4, 5, and 6, they would begin to use them to truly get down to business. Oh! Moose players Phelps and Inventor had begun to construct a gigantic system, full with the system of houses, smelters, 1-block farms, and auto swords. I never picked up a sword. I'm not gonna lie, I've been placing my bets on purple for 8 minutes now, but Red Team was about to be a real competitor. Red Team. This platform is getting massive. Or that's only like 10%. This is only 10% of the Red Space was looking like a public commons. Apparently this gigantic platform was only 10% of what the full building looked like. Besides these structural advancements, things like Foray were stacked on PvP gear, and they even had built an infinite TNT cannon to shoot over the wall for when they arrived. Red and purple weren't the only ones thriving though, because blue was looking like an actual civilization. It looks like you're looking at some sort of action from beneath, but when you go on top, there's just a civilization chilling. Quinton, tell us the plan.
Going in, getting all the membrane, getting out.
So playing a little bit more conservative.
We may not win the battle, but we will win the war.
Quinton and the rest of Blue Team were anticipating a world event today. Somehow predicted it involved the End Dimension, and rather than playing extremely aggressive like they had the first few days, they planned on getting only what they needed and quickly getting out rather than letting their pride and hunger for blood draw them in. But Blue wasn't the only civilization strategically approaching the event, because Green Team had put together an absolutely insane offensive strategy. Green has this. What is this?
This is a third cannon. We're gonna pub it a bit.
While having built some farms like an Enderman farm, the most impressive creation I've seen by Green was their Ender Pearl cannon. Using precise math and extremely timed TNT explosions, they can load this contraption with Ender Pearls to launch into the air as soon as the event commences, and by sending them through a hole they broke in the bedrock wall with pistons, they could theoretically get an extreme advantage in taking over No Man's Land and its loot. So now it was time to put this contraption to the test as the End Dimension World event occurred. Look at all that. Oh, they're already raiding the temple. Oh wait, did they get in? No way that worked. They're already all up here. Somehow Green's Ender Pearl cannon had worked flawlessly, and they rushed mid along with all the other teams, raiding loot chests, killing shulkers, and working their way to the end portal. Oh, Red Team's coming in. This is actually a war zone. Right? He can't get it covered, and everyone's attacking him right now. Oh wait, they opened that. The raid had managed to enter the end first with the Bowler and some other Green players facing behind him. And with 0 endstone, there was a lot of risk involved to obtain the Dragon Egg. Hooray, one of Red's best PvPers trying to take down the dragon by himself right now. I gotta see what Pi is doing in the midst of all this. Oh wait, he's actually here. He's invisible. This is the most Pi thing. Look at, he just evaded that guy. Soon, Purple entered as well, and now the End Dimension was a full war zone. Aboma, what are you doing?
I'm going back to my mum's house. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
You're in the middle of the end fight.
I'm good.
Is this all of you right here just stacked up on this?
Yeah.
While Foray and Luigi Toad shot at the dragon from above, Latex and Toothy provided them with cover from Purple using arrows. Wait, this is kind kind of an OP strat. You guys are like holding off them pushing. Oh no! Oh red! Okay, what do we do after that? What do we do after? Shoot it! Yeah. Oh, Parade with the final shot. Wait, you guys got the. Oh wait! Oh! How? Put it in each Go. This was the second defense Foray and his team had dominated in a row, and judging from the other civilizations' reactions, I could tell they were getting tired of the red team. I think all of the server has a common enemy now. I don't know if you guys red.
Maybe red, yeah, maybe red.
Red is probably blue. It's like we tried to get the dragon egg. Besides Blue, who is continuing to keep to themselves, it seemed every civilization hated Foray and Red. In fact, this whole ordeal was about to cause one of Green's smartest players, Cubic Meter, to come out of the shadows in an attempt to put them in their place. G'day, ladies and gents. Cubic Meter here. In the furthest corner of Green civilization, Cubic Meter had been working on a TNT cannon, which was so intricate and unique to blew anything I thought was capable in Minecraft out of the water.
What I do is I take the target coordinates, I throw them into a calculator, and then it gives me fly settings for the cannon.
Using a calculator, Cubic can select specific coordinates anywhere in the map and input them into this orbital cannon to blow up that spot immediately without any warning. In fact, it uses so much TNT it takes several minutes to load, and because of its complexity, it'll break your game if you're in the same chunks as it when it shoots. So, while Red Team and Foray were still bloodthirsty in No Man's Land, Green saw it as a perfect opportunity to catch them off guard and finally get revenge. Oh wait, Foray's here!
I'm good.
No, you're not.
This guy does not give up, though. This guy does not give up.
They just needed to stall a little bit longer until the cannon was fully charged.
Wait, where are you? I'm not tied up.
Come on.
Please.
With half a heart, Foray had somehow managed to evade death again, and if Minecraft's most sophisticated cannon couldn't kill him, I only wondered what could on Doomsday. That's if he dies.
It's so hard to take down these guys.
I continued to check up on the mischief the players were causing in No Man's Land when I came across Foray.
So you see, purple, they have the main entrance, their normal entrance over there, but they also have a second entrance over here, the Broke Bedrock. Not only have I covered their entrance with obsidian, I'm also breaking it.
But honestly, Purple did not really care at all, because inside the Mario-themed castle, NPCs was working on something super cool. What is this? I was expecting to come in here and I was just going to see some empty thing, but they got a whole snow block song going on here. Yo! Over the next few days into day 9, we were approaching in-game territory. What used to be 4 blocks in the void was now starting to look like entire civilization. Is this Green Team? What? Green had started to make some great progress on their centerpiece build, this beautiful human sculpture which inside stored all of their items in one block farm. They even had a small checkpoint before entering No Man's Land with gear, potions, and food to use in fights. Green wasn't the only one advancing though, because Blue had made some insane progress too. Holy smokes. That's actually beautiful, I'm not gonna lie. Yo, that's my screenshot, man. How dare you? Led by Quinton, Blue had continued to steadily increase their civilization infrastructure and sustainability. They even started to construct an automatic ice block farm and powdered snow farm, which I could feel was going to become extremely useful later on. But by far, the civilization I was most excited to see progress was Red. Bro, this is gonna be crazy. Yes, sir. This giant platform was now turning into what looked like a spaceship that'll house all of their reinforcements, chests, and farms. The crazy part is this is only about 20% done, and I had no idea how they were going to complete the rest in under 5 days. But the players of these events never ceased to amaze me. Purple Team had also continued to make progress on their builds, and were also looking ready for war, because today was the Deception event. Oh, look at them flooded. Players started to blindly charge into No Man's Land, to what seemed like a completely safe structure, but little did they know, underneath was a deep dark waiting for anyone bold enough to enter. Yo, there's an ancient city down there. To say today's events has been chaotic and honestly embarrassing for the best Minecraft players was an understatement. Bro is dead, bro. Bro is dead. Oh, he's dead. Oh. I told him not to come down here. It doesn't matter how good of a PvP you are if you come down here, actually.
there were deaths, teams ganging up on Parade, yet to no avail, and it seems like nobody would win anything from today's event except for Green. See, while most players attempted to kill each other or raid the deep dark for its loot, Green sneakily started tricking Wardens into entering a nether portal, which they would then lead on to a bridge to another portal that led to their own civilization, where they would trap them for future use. Now, honestly, I have no idea what the game plan is. Will they kill them or put them into their army? I don't know, but one thing I do know is that Green has a tendency to have some wild combat strategies. Now, it was at this point on day 10, each civilization had started to develop their own war tactics, using them during world events to practice and also get a feel for how other civilizations fought.
Well, is the same game plan today, you guys are against, or are you gonna go into battle?
Comparison is the thief of joy. We shouldn't worry about other teams and only care about our own team.
Green team, what is this? Is that the Ender Pearl cannon up there? Why does it look like this? Yeah, classic making their cannon to shoot over the wall because I told them to stop breaking bedrock. But anyway, the last world event before Doomsday was starting. A futuristic UFO with some of the best loots the players had seen so far. With tensions at an all-time high, it's up to them if they want to go all in and possibly anger their enemies even more, or play conservative and watch from afar. Oh, this dude's getting in! Big loots? Oh, bro's got some loot here. Dudes are picking up the netherite real fast. Kill him, Obama. Don't let him get the loot, bro. How dare you take all the stuff? Seems like green and red rushed in per usual, while others like purple and blue were able to go in Fizz and loot the countless chests containing gear like netherite, TNT, and limited building blocks. Wait, you got the OP loot? Bro. Yo, this guy has golden enchanted apple. What is blue team doing? Bro, you're really out here farming with the skeletons and there's a whole war going on. Yeah, of course, during the chaos, there's always going to be the few people just grinding by themselves, but to my surprise, the nether was actually pretty stacked. By trapping and then automatically giving piglin skulls with droppers, you can continuously farm their drops for however long you want. There was also tons of different bridges and some stations set up to farm nether mods, and honestly, I was surprised at how intact it all was, because it's the only time I've ever seen everybody working together and not killing each other. Returning to the overworld, the fighting had died down a little bit, and the UFO was picked clean. And with Doomsday right around the corner and each team's heavily armed, I went to see how the best players were preparing for the war. Dude, look at this. Wait, this is kind of an insane strat. Yo, hi, what is this strat right here?
Oh, you will see. Don't worry. This is very just a small taste of what will come.
I didn't elaborate on this any further, but judging from what he created in my last civilization events, I knew it would be destructive.
Our goal is not to break the event. We want to be within the boundaries, but also like outside the box.
And from there, No Man's Land was silent. Everyone had Doomsday on their minds, and I now mentioned to them that there was a $3,000 prize for the winning civilization, and decided to bring everyone together on day 13 to give them a choice. I brought you all to here, as you know, in 24 hours, this could all be done. All of the work you guys have put in for the last 2 weeks. I'm giving you a chance right now. Okay, stop. Actually, stop. Stop grinding, please, within 2 seconds. We can either end the event now, and everybody gets the money split. No. Or go for the big bucks, and probably die tomorrow. There's a good chance all of you will die. Alright, place it in 3, 2, 1. No, peace. Wow. I decided to leave PvP off for the day and let the enemy team stare into each other's eyes. Stare into the souls that they'd soon be killing. A few players actually expressed their want for peace in the middle, but the majority of players were locked in. And for the next 24 hours, each team grinded to the absolute max to finish their civilization. Because this is what Red looked like on day 1, and here is their civilization now. Dude, no! One block? Yo, okay, so this is my first time looking at this in like a day, bro. This is insane. Red had transformed a single block into this huge cathedral, which is primarily made out of stone and provides lots of moving space, which will work great defensively for when enemy teams intrude. They had so many different farms that the inside of their base literally looked like a city, not to mention that they were stacked on every single item. It's the final day. You've been grinding. You've been killing everyone, and I'm not gonna lie. I'm preying on your downfall. I'm gonna be honest.
It's not only you. The entire server is.
The only thing was they didn't really have an intricate war strategy. They did have stasis chambers set up to teleport back any of their teammates in danger, but they were mostly relying on the top-tier PvPers to cook the other team. Green, on the other hand, they had one of the most foolproof strategies I've ever seen. I have no idea what this is. What is this? Oh, wait, this is where their stasis chamber is. You can't even, like, swim in it. Try to land on the surface.
Wait, what? Wait,
It's
what's
all
causing
like
that?
inflated, like, water, like bubbling water. You can't even get down to this. In the furthest corner of their civilization, Green had designed the most impenetrable stasis chamber bunker I've ever seen. With every single water source in this cube being bubbly water, there is, first of all, no way to actually swim into it unless if you're teleported in. But if you somehow do get close enough to break in, they trap the wardens from earlier at a perfect distance to defend against anyone trespassing. Crocs, where are you, bro? We're trying to... Yo, Crocs, what are you looking at?
Yo, hey, yo, chill. What is this? But no, look at this.
And of course, Green had their human statue with some small islands around it. But now it was time to look at how far Purple progressed their civilization. Oh, look at these boys. They're stacked.
Oh.
Yeah, they had to place all these little pipes. Players like Phelps and Pye had spent countless hours building this booster landscape and finishing off their castle. With the countless farms below their builds, like this new creeper farm, Purple had economically sustained civilization so far. And now look at the walls around their base, though.
What is the machinery doing, Carl? Get it?
Dude, this looks scary. I'm gonna be curious as to what this will do. Not only was their civilization thriving, they also had a series of lava flying machines aimed right at their enemies, a pretty cheeky-looking stasis chamber bunker, and not to mention the giant walls protecting their base. Last but not least, though, let's see how Blue's passive approach to these last 2 weeks played out. Oh, wait! Yo! What is this above, dude? What is this strategy? Oh, wait, look at all of them right here. Blue had designed and built this absolutely beautiful cherry blossom biome surrounded in a gigantic river, which they created by placing ice in specific patterns and breaking it all. Blue also happened to have one of the most unconventional and risky war strategies so far.
Okay, so guys, the plan is very simple. There's a big player cannon. We're all gonna load ourselves into the cannon and shoot ourselves up into the sky, and we're gonna be all safe up there until all the teams kind of dwindle down, and then we're gonna come down from the sky and rain on them and just completely destroy them.
Although they could save some players by all launching themselves into the sky, it'll leave their civilization completely undefended besides for a couple cannons designed by Cades and a few players they'll leave behind. Now, let's drop the walls between them and see the world's best PvPers, redstoners, and builders fight till there's only one civilization standing. Oh, look at the civilization!
They're already firing off. They're already firing off shots.
Immediately, as the walls dropped, Cade's rapid-fire TNT cannon started blasting, while Purple's PvPers pushed mid. What was funny, though, is Purple used the bedrock walls to trap a wither with a name tag that said Purple over Red, but now that the bedrock is gone, they accidentally unleashed it on themselves.
Can we TP to the sky team? Did their launch succeed?
Did they do it? Oh,
Yeah.
what the heck?
Wait, what's our Wi-Fi right now?
34,000? Blue's TNT cannon had launched them 34,000 blocks in the air, allowing them to win out the competition, and luckily their gigantic walls were defending against enemy artillery. But poor Green is about to get smoked by it. The majority of Green team was evading combats back in their bunker, but without any walls to defend against Purple's lava casters, they only had a short amount of time before their civilization was destroyed.
Me and Andy, we're gonna do a 1v1.
You're on the ring. You've stepped into the ring now. Oh gosh. Oh god, someone had to ruin it.
I wanna watch this one again.
Okay, yeah, okay.
No, the winner's getting executed immediately.
Oh, first down. We're gonna organize fight for him, I guess. Let's finish this fight. No! With Purple Team now taking the first kills, they went to the Green's undefended base, and one of the players' Wailables would launch the first attempt to infiltrate the bunker. Oh, there he goes! No way! He's going in. This is like the most Unfortunately, with all the chaos and defenses, he was unable to make it in, and as the team stasis chamber him back before death. See, the thing was, with each team having stasis chambers, it made it extremely difficult for anyone to take out their enemies for good. It was only a matter of time before someone went to sabotage one. Wait, I just saw something insane. Wait, I think Green's going for their stasis right now. Wait, I just saw a green guy in here, I swear. Was there a green guy in here? attempt at revenge on everything Red Team has done to him. Oh, wait, look at this strategy! He's the saver! Look, it could be Red Team! He's killing us, so many people! He's gonna get our door!
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Red Team's on the ropes now, bro! In just a few seconds, Red's entire stasis chamber room was blown up, along with a couple of its members. And with several other players bombarding their base with TNT, one could only wonder if becoming everyone's enemy was a smart play. Ray, where are you making your way off to with your boys here?
Yeah, our base is we're trying to occupy it.
It wasn't a surprise for Ray to escape Priest's attack too well, and now having no stasis chamber, he had nothing to lose and he went to infiltrate their bunker. Is your team coming with you?
No.
Why?
If I bring my team with me, they're going to die.
Okay, go ahead, bro. Okay, that was a miss. They still didn't notice. Oh, there he is. Oh, he's going in. Oh! It didn't take long for some of Green's troops to catch wind of Parade's appearance. Get back in there, bro. Oh, big play right there. Oh wait, he's on their side now. Oh, he's going. He's feeling himself now. Despite his skill, there was just no way to get in, so Parade retreated back to support his dwindling team. But third time's the charm, right? Because Purple's leader, Pi, had just gone invis. It was moving steeply across the floor of the water cube. All of his training from the past 2 weeks had come down to this. Oh. With this bunker, Green had maintained 95% of their players, and Blue was now landing back from their flight without a single death. But now it was time to shrink the borders, and this is where we really start to see players drop. No, wait, did he die? Where's Scrap at? Wait, teleport to Scrap. Yo, Scrap, get after it! Yo, Scrap! Scrap, no way! A well-known events player by the name of Scrap had gone AFK during my event, and now he was facing the consequences. What? He's gonna die! No! Oh my god, no way it ends like this. No way it ends like this, yo. Why can't I use rules? Yo, give me, bro. Oh my god. Go on, bro. What happened to your face? Purple Civilization had sustained minor injuries, and Greens had taken a beating, while Blues was practically untouched. And now, as the borders start to pass all of their bases and stasis chambers, play started to establish ground for Snowman's Land. Oh wait, there's a battle going on. You got the best PvPer in the world right now versus Purple. Blue, everyone's in mid right now. Red and Purple are taking the most hits due to their tough starts, especially because one of Blue's PvPers, Coldify, was going absolutely crazy. I mean, this guy cleared out multiple players from each team. Yo, Crayon, get after it, bro. Oh wait, look at this, there's an archery battle. Look at this. Oh my gosh, Green versus Blue. Abova, you're getting drilled. Every team besides Purple started to take for the sky to avoid falling into the void. And soon there was an all-out war just in this small radius. Unfortunately, Avoma's luck would soon run out. Avoma died? How? Bro, how Avoma?
Yeah, I threw a pearl trying to get onto Red Skybase, and it fell out of the world, and it landed like out of Earth to the border.
No, you folded. Along with Avoma, several other dreams of surviving the whole event from being shattered, and it wouldn't be long until one of Red's most notable players was being down. Wait, Parade? Oh, no! And just like that, Parade got caught up in the mix, and while being hit backwards, his E-Pro went outside the border. From there, his fate was sealed. All that just to go down like that, Pearl outside the border.
There's not much I can do, bro. I had to play risky on that, in the dark.
Now using the border to their advantage, Blue Team slowly clenched in on Red and Green, while Purple hid away beneath. Everything had come down to this. Pop, Pop's dead? That's a dead right there. Oh, Blue! Look, Blue from behind! Oh, he's got three there! Four! It's over! So many off! Oh my god! It's over. No, this dude's dead. Dude, look at iRobo trying desperately to get out. To my surprise, the few remaining Red, Purple, and Green players were actually bringing down Blue's numbers. Oh, that guy's dead. Nah, someone fell? No, despite all of their efforts, Blue managed to close in on the final enemy players. No! No way. What? No, nice. It wasn't a win for Blue yet, though, because Gronk, Siwa, and I still had to score each civilization overall for who will win the $3,000 prize.
I think for me, pre-Doomsday, I'm throwing out a 3.5, like their base was cool. And then on their Doomsday performance, I think I'm just going to go 4 for that.
Purple, they kind of got ransacked a little bit. Pre-Doomsday, I think their civilization's a 3.5. Their strat wasn't that crazy, though. They're kind of just running around. I'll give them
5 pre-Doomsday.
2.5. I don't think it's as good of a base. It's beautiful. I don't think it's as good a base as red. So I'll give it a 4 as well. So that's going to be an 8 for me.
4.5. Even though it got close at the end, they won, so maybe like 4.5. 4.5. I'll come in with a 4.5 post-Doomsday as well.
No way. So purple got a 21. Red and green got a 23, which means blue team, you take the dub as Minecraft's greatest civilization. Thank you all for watching. This was seriously such a fun video to work on, and I put my heart into it. Oldified planted the seeds using the hoe in the water, which was next to the sugar cane. Once it grew, he turned the torch flower into orange dye. Now, here he was, in this room, trying to get into crawl mode using all these different...
Minecraft Enderman can pick up a massive range of blocks. And what's interesting about this is that there's a hidden advancement for killing an Enderman pulling every possible block that they can pick up. It's absurd, but let's hypothetically say that somehow you've managed to complete this advancement. You can't celebrate this yet because that's just one of Minecraft's 82 monster-related achievements, all of which I'm going to try to get today in under 24 hours. So on hour 1, as I joined back into the world, I realized that to have any chance at completing this, we were going to have to go full throttle the entire time. Now, looking over the list of monster achievements, a lot of these are going to require us to make some farms so that we can travel, gather materials, and all that. So to save time later, the plan is to first build these. And to catch anyone new up, last time we built a bunch of useful starter farms, but unfortunately, most of them broke or just didn't work very well to begin with. So first things first, we're going to destroy the old manual sugarcane farm, and we're going to build a new, fully automatic one. So as I got started, all of a sudden, from the corner of my ear, I heard... Oh yes, that's right. I'm also playing with this Meladude, not Gronk. You can think of him like my personal punching bag whenever I get angry or need to let off some steam later with these horrible, terrible, upcoming advancements. Okay, Brock, how about you tell everybody one cool fact about yourself?
Dude, so I went to Taco Bell last week.
Wow. Dude, you won't even believe it, but I also went to Taco Bell last week. After clearing all the sugarcane, we made our way over towards our main island, which, for anybody wondering, is the same island that we built our massive items platform on last episode. And we figured that this is going to be a good spot for the new sugarcane farm because we're pretty much always here, which means it's going to be running non-stop. So as we searched for a spot, we eventually landed on just behind the nether portal, and then we dug down and began mining out the room for the farm. And you see, we're making a basic flying machine design, so to do this, we're going to have to mine out a long rectangular room. And after Brock and I spent hours satisfying our manly urge to dig a big pit, I'm just kidding, it was like 5 minutes. It was then that we realized,
Make it a little bit wider. A little bit longer if you want to.
yes, let's go wider, let's do it. So we got to dig more. Yes. What can I say? I was excited to get this sugarcane farm because, like, in the long run, we want to have this sugarcane farm carry us all the way to the end of this challenge, and putting in the time right now is going to make that as efficient as possible down the road. Because if we look at our game plan for today, if we make all of our farms right now, that's going to allow us to focus purely on the achievements, and then hopefully even have some time to make a cool build at the end to celebrate. So after a few more minutes, Brock and I eventually finished mining out a decent-sized room for the farm. And then I asked, okay, Brock, are we doing rails on the bottom?
Yeah, I think so. Let me check to see what we have.
Oh, okay.
On a goal.
So the way this farm works is we're going to have hopper minecarts, which will pick up all the sugarcane that's dropped, and those are going to need powered rails to run. So with Brock having acquired the gold for the rails, I yearned for the mines. So I decided that I was going to go get the redstone from the nearby cave. And I very quickly found the red minerals, which was complemented by there being no mobs. And that's a nice byproduct of living in a mushroom island because it essentially makes it peaceful mode. After I got back with the redstone, we spent a little while trying to figure out where to place it until we eventually landed on making 3 rows. And at that point, I started placing rails every other row so that they wouldn't accidentally connect to the wrong ones. While Brock went and got more redstone because apparently we didn't have enough. And as I went to go craft the powered rails for the farm, it was here that something special happened. Oh, I just got an achievement for that. It's for making powered rails. That's cool. Now, with every other row fully filled in, I spent a little bit of time just trying to figure out how to get the other rows in. I hate rails. I hate them. But eventually I did it. Now, once Brock was back, he began work on a little hopper unloading station with some redstone. And then I went and crafted minecarts and hoppers to make hopper minecarts. Story. Before placing them in. They should all be going. Alright, we're gonna hear it. Oh! Now that we have the full collection system finished, the next thing we have to do is create this cool little pattern where all of the water sources are going to go. And while I was doing that, Brock left to go get some ice for the water sources. But what he didn't know is that we have a terrible ability to communicate because I just filled them in with water buckets. We literally have bats spawning down here. I'm gonna kill a bat. I bet you there's an achievement. Yeah, there's definitely an achievement. Yeah, there is. Well, as I was doing very important things, what is this man doing? He's building a storage system. Why is Brock always goofing off? I was just standing there actually doing work, and Brock is like, what? Placing slabs, and then you won't even believe it. He started placing torches. Like, the audacity to do that while I was busy actually working by looking at the storage system. Now, all jokes aside, something important happened right here. That's because I got a very special achievement called Phantom Slayer. And there we go. That is actually the 37th monster-related achievement completed. Yes, 37. You heard me right. The reason we're already here is because when we played this world last episode and collected every item in the game, we by chance got a lot of the easy, boring achievements completed. For example, here are all 19 achievements for killing random mobs, all 6 for collecting a stack of mob drops, 3 achievements for getting different mob heads, and 7 for doing random things like getting a trident, a nautilus shell, going in a cobweb, killing an enderman in all 3 dimensions, blocking a creeper, blocking a skeleton, and getting hit by a phantom. Oh, I can't believe I did that in one breath. See what I mean? Those were all pretty basic, and most of which you get just by playing the game. And now, I know what you're wondering. How are there so many new advancements? Well, that's because Brock and I added a data pack to the world called Blazing Caves, which adds over 1,000 new advancements to complete. Keep in mind, this is still vanilla Minecraft, and these are all things you can do in vanilla Minecraft. But Blazing Caves is essentially just a guide telling you what to do to complete the hardest, most expensive random tasks. Given it has less than a 1% completion rate, Brock and I thought it would be pretty cool to spend months of our lives attempting to beat it. Ooh, okay, quick breather. And when there's so much to do, it can be kind of overwhelming. So today we decided to narrow our focus onto just the monster category achievements. And getting that Phantom one means that we have exactly 45 achievements to go. Next, Brock began work on his civic farming duties by planting the sugarcane into the farm. And it was at this point that he asked,
Yo, can you stay up there? Can you stay up there and let me know if you see sugarcane come up?
Yeah, I got you.
See if it gets picked up.
I'm looking. Okay, you got picked up. Okay. Yes, it's working. Let's go.
Oh, dude, this is such a big farm.
Guys, let's get some W. With the sugarcane farm selection working, I harvested all the crops that I had planted around the island, and then went and helped fill in the farm below. It was at this point that Brock began mining out an area for the mine machine redstone to go, and after crafting the components required, he followed a tutorial for the redstone. And once the main redstone was done, I next helped by placing furnaces, which will stop sugarcane from ending up in the water. And just as we finished the farm, it was then that we entered Hour 2. And I realized that we had been playing for about the same length as my average bathroom session. Also, for each hour we hit, I'm going to make sure to show all the achievements we got during the prior hour, so this is everything. I began the next hour by checking in on the villager breeder. And now, unfortunately, as I uncovered what lied beneath our beautiful breeder from episode 1, I realized the farm was no longer producing. any babies. Simultaneously, Brock was just about to test the flying machine of the sugarcane farm.
Yo, we got babies.
They're not what babies? We have sugarcane. Yes. How did you say babies? So with the farm officially producing babies, Brock went and tested the storage and saw that there were in fact 6 stacks already. Are you serious?
Yeah, I swear, we actually have 6 stacks, dude.
Okay. It's not actually a baby farm, but with Brock having completed the sugarcane farm, I next decided that it would be time to fix our baby farm. So I first decided that I was going to tidy up the farm by building a new output and see if I could figure out what the problem was as I did that. Alright guys, you now have more rooms. These are free-range, homegrown villas. Why it wasn't working was that the new villagers were too close to the bed, so I lengthened the exit tube to see if that would fix it. I also thought maybe the villagers didn't have enough food, so I tried bone mealing the carrots. And as I crafted the bone meal, I actually got an achievement called Bone, which is the 38th monster-related advancement, and it's another easy one. So I'm gonna tuck them more carrots in, probably good. Alright, I think the villager breeder should be good. Let's go! W! And you know what else is a W? That's right, it's War Thunder, the people who are paying for my apartment rent. War Thunder is by far the most accurate and comprehensive military game ever made. That includes action-packed battles with the sky, ground, and sea. This game has over 2,500 perfectly accurate vehicles, like planes, tanks, helicopters, and ships, all of which can be decorated to help immerse you in the intense combat with realistic graphics, so that you feel like you're on an actual battle zone. But don't worry, you're not in a real battle zone. You're still safely sitting on the toilet. Now, the game's engine is fully optimized, which means no lag like this. And that means you can just focus on smothering your enemies, obliterating them, and then desecrating their... Okay, let's not get too carried away. War Thunder is now available for mobile devices like iOS and Android, plus PC and console, which means you can play from anywhere. Yes, in the toilet. And if this sounds interesting, check my links in the pinned comment or description to sign up. And if you're a new player or have not played for more than half a year, you're going to get a massive bonus pack on PC and console, which includes multiple premium vehicles, 100k Silver Lions, the Eagle of Valor, and 7 days of a premium account. Thank you, War Thunder, for sponsoring this video. Now let's get back to it. We just finished the villager breeder, and now it's time to move on to fixing the creeper farm. And this one is going to be quick but effective in the long run, because the gunpowder from this farm and the paper from our previous farm will mean we're going to have unlimited fireworks when we have to do all of the flying around the world for some of the weird monster achievements. So Brock is currently using our creeper farm, and you might be wondering what's wrong with this. So yeah, the last time I checked, that's not what a creeper looks like, which means there's at least one block that's not mob-proof. It's a very easy fix. I went inside of the place to go investigate, but that's when disaster struck. Oh man, that was close. You know what, while we're taking a breather, I want to mention that the other day, I checked a website which shows YouTube stats, and it said that our channel is the 1,026th most subscribed channel in the entire United States. We are so close to sub 1,000, so seriously, if you're enjoying the content, a subscription would mean so much. Now, back to the disaster. Look at this hole that was just always here in the middle of our creeper farm. No wonder it wasn't working. I know. Was this you? Did you do this, Brock? So creeper farm is done. That was easy. So from there we decided to go fix the iron farm, and if you're wondering what's wrong with it, we still have iron golems spawning outside of it, which was a huge problem from last episode. So to start things off, I removed all the buttons and just spawn-proofed the entire area with hack blocks. And once I had quickly done that, I also decided that I wanted to make an official storage system for the iron farm. So I needed to get some stone for the redstone components of the storage, and Brock actually has the stone, and that's when we decided that we were going to attempt a little bit of an aerial drive-by.
I'll be over here. We're going to take off and fly towards each other directly straight. So we got to be lined up.
Okay.
I'm going to drop you a stack of stone, and you're going to collect it in the air. Fly straight. Are you flying?
Yep. Drop. Oh wait, that was so... I know the item, but I don't know if you can pick items up when you're flying. Hey, I'd still give it an A for effort. So I first started the storage by placing the storage. And then I placed hoppers. It's very original, yes. Brock decided that he was going to start work on the 5th farm for today, which is a wood farm. And this is going to be helpful for building materials and stuff later when we build a monolith to celebrate all the achievements completed. And so Brock began work with collecting all the materials for the tree farm. And I will say, I'm not showing a lot of his perspective here. So if you would like to see that, let's show him some support. I will make sure to leave a link to his video in the description. And to make things more interesting, we also made a secret code which can only be solved by watching both videos. To the first person who can solve the entire code, you will get a massive prize in the final video. Trust me, it is going to be worth your time. But I made this code very hard to solve. So here is your first clue to get you started. Good luck. Now that the hopper lines were in, I needed some quick redstone for the item folder part of the storage. So I left for the nearby cave. And as I was killing some mobs down there, all of a sudden, oh! Wait, what was that? I just got 2 advancements.
Defeat all kinds of overworld night mobs.
Oh! Well, I got the zombie villager. I guess I didn't have that yet. And that now brings our total up to 40 monster achievements. Once I gathered enough redstone, I quickly made the item filters, and that actually completes everything I wanted to do for the iron farm. Brock. Oh, Brock. You're gonna love what we got going over here with our iron farm. It's done. Yeah, meanwhile, Brock had finally finished collecting all of the wood farm materials, and he then started to follow the schematic. For anybody wondering, this is an early game tree farm. The design is by ENX04, and I'll make sure to leave a link in the description. Now, moving on to farm number 6, our Hoglin food farm. This old one is beautiful. Just amazing.
Thank you for putting some respect on my name.
You see, it's so beautiful that I think we just need to destroy everything. I first began by adding a couple more layers in, and we ended up landing on 5 layers. This is just going to make the entire thing much quicker so we can spend as little time here as possible when we're actually trying to get food. Once I ran out of materials, I went back, but as I flew over the iron farm, it was then that I noticed iron golems were still somehow spawning outside of the farm. It makes no sense. Where did the iron golems spawn? Unless this was like a residual one. Yeah, you know what? This must have just been a residual iron golem. There's only one. This makes no sense. How is that possible, though? It's like it's path blocked the whole way. Can they spawn on the trapdoors?
Oh yeah, they can definitely spawn on trapdoors. What are we?
Has that been it? I think.
Probably been the issue the whole time.
Hopefully everything is fixed. No more foreshadowing. Anyways, I then went to the nether so that I could go get a whole bunch of warped mushrooms, because we're going to need these for the Hoglin farm to scare the Hoglins into the drop chamber, and I figured getting about a stack would be way more than enough. Brock was having a great time on the tree farm doing, tree farm things. I'm happy he's the one doing this and it's not me. So I then went back to the island, through our portal, and back towards the nether ceiling where the Hoglin farm was. I then started to mine out the corners, and then I placed dirt and mushrooms in the optimal spots to scare the Hoglins. And it was just then that after all of this time, I checked the clock and saw that it was hour 3, which reminded me of this one time that I was driving home, and I saw a massive number 3 painted on my driveway. I thought, that's odd. Now, with all the mushrooms in, I next began work on placing a bucket load of torches on all the platforms. Or would it be a torch load of torches? And as it ticks to day 130, Brock's progress on the wood farm was going quite exquisitely. But it was then that he made me aware that the iron golems were out again. So I went back. How are the iron golems out? Okay, it's gotta be that they spawned over here. This is where he's at. I don't even know at this point. But what I do know is that I am going to spawn-proof this entire area so massively that they will not be able to spawn anywhere. I mean, dude, there's nowhere. Do we have to build it in a flat area? If it still doesn't work, then I think we might. But I'm gonna continue working on the other farm. Certainly it must now be fixed. Certainly. Well, anyways, I made my way back for the final time to the Hoglin farm, and I placed the final few fences and such in, which officially completed the farm. Now, with that finished, I next made my way back, and as I went through the portal, I also decided to check in on our sugarcane farm, which was working great, and then I also decided to go check in on Brock. Oh my gosh, that's the wood farm. Wow, it's almost done. It looks cool. It looks easy. And he was just about finished with the tutorial, but had to go quickly grab some ice for the collection system. And as he got back, all of the sudden... Oh my god! Oh my god. Okay. A zombie siege just spawned on our mushroom island. There are 20 zombies on me on our mushroom island. Oh my gosh! Come look at this. What the heck? Dude! What? Is that a problem for our villagers? Dude, that was crazy. Now, on the evening of day 130, I decided to AFK at the Hogland food farm for a little bit, and it was then that Brock finally finished the wood farm. And now it was time to test it. And with the TNT duper successfully working, all you have to do to run the farm is load it up with some bone meal and then start placing saplings. So Brock did that for a little bit to get us some wood. Dude, everything's working out so well. We got villagers breeding.
It actually is kind of cooking today.
Oh my gosh. With 6 farms completed, there are only 2 left, that being a wither skeleton farm and a cobble farm, before we finally get to targeting the advancements. And you are going to see why these are both very important in a little bit. So Brock and I had to gather the materials for the wither skeleton farm, and one interesting item it requires are turtle eggs. And right now we have a lot of turtles in here, and I just worry that if we bred them even more, we probably wouldn't be able to see the turtle eggs. Click away, we're not going to kill all of them, we just need some space. I'm killing some turtles. I think, isn't there an advancement? Poacher, Axeman? Attack a mob using all 6 types of axes. Oh wait, that's kind of cool. That was absolutely necessary. Next we have to get some walls and some glass. Then I went to the end to go mine some of the required obby, while Brock went to the nether to go get the nether related blocks. And now I should mention that I was streaming at this point, and that's when I said, do you guys have any questions you've ever wanted to ask Brock? Because I'm about to be mining obsidian, and we can answer these while doing this. What is your favorite food? What's your credit card number? Who is your celebrity crush? If you could eat pickles or carrots for the rest of your life, which would you choose? Hardwood floors or carpets? What is your address? How short are you? Okay, come on, they had to put that one in there. Stack of obby. Let's go, guys. We got enough obsidian. Alright, enough with these terrible questions. I went to go get some iron blocks for the farm and saw that the iron farm was indeed working very well. Then I went to go get some pumpkins, why did I say mushrooms? Which I then carved, and these are going to be for the iron golems that go in the farm. We're again using another ENX04 design. I will also link this in the description. Alright, pumpkins. Next we need iron bars and cobwebs. Well, iron bars are easy. We got those. 3 cobwebs. We literally have exactly the amount of cobwebs. I then got the remaining few items just as Brock finished up gathering everything from the nether, which meant we had everything required for the farm. I then made my way into the nether to go find Brock, and now we began the search for the nether fortress where we were going to build this farm. And you see, because we had played this seed before, we knew where the structure was. It was just buried somewhere inside of this massive mountain. So eventually, once Brock found it, he began the process of clearing out the area where we were going to build the farm. And it was around this time that we decided it would be more efficient if instead of having both of us work on this farm, I would split up and quickly go build the cobblestone farm. And all being said and done, this is one of the easiest designs out there, and it produces almost 30,000 cobblestone per hour. Wait, that's me. How am I live right now? Let's ignore that. Well, anyways, there is a full list of items we have to collect for this farm, so let's go ahead and do it. So, 20 building blocks, 16 scaffolding, 12 hoppers, 9 leaves, 8 chests, 6 redstone dust, 2 pistons, 2 observers, 2 tripwire hooks, 2 water buckets, 2 lava buckets, 1 dispenser, 1 TNT, 1 no block, 1 stair, 1 slab, 1 wall, 1 fence, 1 string, 1 button, 1 shear, 32 temporary blocks, and a cherry on top. And as I was getting the cobblestone farm items, Brock was being a true G and dealing with the ghasts and building us that wither skeleton farm. Well, seems like he's having fun. On my end of things, it was time to get building with the farm. So I started by just following the tutorial, and very quickly I realized that this was going to be an easy build. It kind of looks like I'm building one of those Herobrine altars. These things were terrifying as a little kid. If you get me, you get me. Add water into each of the leaf blocks. They said to put lava in the middle. Does that not spread everywhere? What the heck, dude? This is the weirdest cobblestone farm I think I've ever seen. Meanwhile, while I was building the cobblestone farm, Brock had found the area to build the wither skeleton farm at, and then he began with clearing out the area. Once that was finished, he had to go in and fill in the entire floor with nether brick, so that the fortress mobs would spawn. And I was building this farm so quick, even faster than I fell down the stairs last night. 2 tripwire hooks, string in the middle, answer with a lava bucket. I believe we are done.
Oh, really? Already? That's pretty cool.
I think so. And with everything built, there was just one last thing to do. Okay, I think it's working, guys. Guys, also, I'm sorry. I know I'm doing that annoying streamer thing where I say, guys, but it is finished, and that is officially farm numero 7 finished. Now, checking back in on Brock, he's doing exquisite-tastically well, and I figured that because this was his last farm, I would just go and help him finish it up. So I flew back to the farm, and then helped Brock follow the tutorial by placing in these stone brick walls, which are there to prevent ghast from spawning. These turtle eggs are here to help spawn the zombie piglets. Then after covering everything up, Brock spawns the iron golem and builds the full center section, just as it came. Ahora son las 4 horas. Wrong language. I meant to say it's hour 4. Immediately into hour 4, Brock said,
Crucial. I'm gonna light this, but we cannot go through this portal.
okay. Alright. Sounds good.
Okay.
Hey, Brock, turn around.
Oh, stop. Get out of there, bro.
Now, all goofy knock aside, we did end up finishing the lower nether part. So we flew back to base, and then Brock explains the game plan for the upper nether section.
So we gotta go to the exact coordinates that I wrote down. Yeah, we're gonna build up 125 blocks.
So with Brock in the nether, he began throwing up to the proper spot. And meanwhile, I just want to say I used our creeper farm, which now works, to get some more fireworks, which is awesome. After that, I met him up top on the platform and asked, what do you want?
Hang tight, mate.
I'll just dance and look cool. It's kind of tricky because he's following the tutorial. I'm just here doing my best to distract him.
You're doing good, Brock.
I'll support where I can. You got this.
Okay, portal's gonna go here.
You got this.
18 blocks of glass has to go out that way.
Yes, sir. Exactly 18.
Okay. Nice job.
It's basically just as fast as with me. Now, even though the nether side is fully built, we're not quite done because we have to do some math with the portal leaking. Going through. I'm thinking.
Okay, now we're gonna activate this portal and go through it actually.
Okay. I'll be the one to do it. Let's do this. We'll do this together. Oh my! Are you okay? Yes.
Oh my god, okay.
Okay, so it appears the farm is working. In fact, it's working a little too well. Look under in the ocean. Oh my god! This is insane.
Oh, I have dolphin sprays too.
They were just building. Oh, I got a soul already.
I got one too. I got 2 in a row.
Dude, we already got a free wither from that whole thing, and the farm is not even running yet. So now we have to build the upper overworld part of this, and with Brock building up to the proper spot, it became my duty to make sure that he would stay alive from these phantoms. Yeah, I wasn't very good at my duties, but you know, that's why we learn. Once we got up to the proper height, Brock started with building the overworld portals. Almost there. You know, right? Corners. You know, corners. Corners are for losers.
Okay, we're gonna ignite this portal. Don't go through yet.
And as Brock and I finished the final part of the farm, we went back to the nether, and now it was time to give it a test. Oh, I need to place this down there.
Watch. See how they outlaw.
Dude, that's so cool. Oh my god.
So they pathfind to the golem, and they just go through the portal.
Dude.
As long as they actually come through this portal, we will be chilling.
Now I wanted to go check the overworld side to see how that was working. Alright. I am now up at the farm. Oh! It's so many! There's so many wither skeletons! Turns out because the wither skeletons are walking towards me, their 15-second portal timers are not fully reset, which basically means we can't be there watching them. So I made my way back, and now to use the farm, Brock and I just had to wait. So we decided to kill some time by playing rock, paper, scissors. So let's say pickaxe is rock, let's say axe is scissors, shovel is paper. You ready? Yep. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Dude. Brock, this looks promising. So the farm's working. That's great. That's great. And as I AFK'd the wither skeleton farm, Brock went to the Hoglin farm so that we would also be getting food during this AFK time. Also, right here, I got an achievement called Master Coal Miner for getting a stack of coal blocks, and then one called Paleontologist for having a stack of bone blocks. And this one is our 40-second monster achievement. And now is going to be a good time to mention why we're going to need this wither skeleton farm. That's because a bunch of the monster achievements require killing withers, having beacons and all that, and even down the road there's an achievement where we have to get a stack of nether stars and a stack of beacons. So building this farm is going to help us with all of that. And actually, that is the 8th and final farm fully completed, which means we can check off phase 1 of this video and move on to the part that we've all been waiting for, getting the achievements. So starting things off on phase 2, Brock and I realized that to AFK the wither skeleton farm, we were going to need a regen beacon, otherwise we would die from hunger. So we used some of the skulls we gathered, spawned a wither, and then absolutely obliterated it. And we built a beacon, and then continued our AFK session. And it was during this AFK session that all of a sudden, thou shalt not take the name of the Lord your God in vain, for the Lord will not hold thy guiltless, and will punish thy by making thy play Minecraft for 5 hours straight. What? Yep, it's hour 5. And starting off the AFK session, it was day 136, and we actually continued all the way to day 139, where we hit hour 6 of the challenge, which is also 25% through. And midway through the AFK session, I hit level 100, which got me a nice little achievement. And then finally, after about 2 hours total, I had collected about 5 stacks of skulls, which would be plenty for the rest of the challenge, or so I thought. And on day 143, we were officially done with our AFK session. No more for the rest of the challenge, because if we want to have any shot at finishing before day 200, we are going to have to use every second as efficiently as possible.
I'm gonna do a little bit of item sorting really quick, just to put things away.
No way. This is like your character development. Let's talk, Lumba. What's the plan?
We have farms built now, so now we need to start looking at the advancement tabs, the monster tabs, right? That's what we're gonna try and do.
Yeah.
So what is the plan? Are we just gonna go one by one, do what we can together, or
Yeah. You want to just like start from the top?
yeah.
I don't have health hunter yet. I don't either. I have 11, and I'm missing the Zoglin.
Same. Okay, do we want to start getting a Zoglin?
Yeah, let's do it. That should be really easy, I think. So on day 144, we officially had our game plan for the advancements. But it was then that I noticed we hit a special milestone.
Can you follow us? No.
Well, these hour markers are getting more and more deranged, just like my great Uncle Ben. Now, in case you don't know, to get a Zoglin, you have to bring a Hoglin to the overworld, and then after 15 seconds, it's going to convert. So our game plan to do that was to go to the Hoglin farm and try to bring one from there through our home portal. Okay, there's a baby Hoglin here.
Oh, really? Just to wait?
No. Oh. It seems that it was going to be impossible to get a Hoglin through our portal, so I suggested an alternative. I think we can do this faster just by going to the lower nether, finding a Hoglin, building a portal around it. That's like we trapped.
I got one, Lumba.
Oh, you did? You know, that works as well. So I went to the overworld as Brock brought him back to the portal. See what I did there? And then he pulled him through, and then I just had to kill him. Got him. There we go. Achievement number 43 completed. And I even got a special reward. I got a sword chop. Man, sword chops are one of my favorite foods. With a nice side of like fries and ketchup. They are just phenomenal. Okay, now it's Brock's turn to get the achievement. He got another Hoglin, brought it to the overworld, and then a sword chop. You're so close to getting 500 right now. And now we were going to move on to our next achievement called Void Ender, where we have to kill all types of end mobs. And I had to get an endermite. So I made my way to the nether, then 10. And now it was time to start throwing ender pearls so that we could get a lucky endermite. Okay, I just killed for 15 pearls. Got nothing. But guess what? We have an enderman farm. Oh, and we got like a full double chest of pearls, man. I will literally drop into 50,000 push-ups if all of these ender pearls do not give me an endermite. Like, how long can it actually take? Oh, got an endermite. Got him. Oh. And you know what else we just Our next 2 monster-related achievements. We are already at 45. Oh, Brock. I don't want to say what our next one is, but don't tell me, bro. It's gonna be pretty fun. Now, Brock still had to get that achievement, plus he didn't kill the Ender Dragon when we first started the world, so he was gonna quickly respawn the dragon and get the kill for that. I could help him destroy the crystals, but as long as Brock was the one who actually got the final hit, that's all that matters. And if you didn't know, Brock is a professional speedrunner. It clearly says so right on his Tinder profile, and it was very apparent when he showed me a cool little trick to destroying the cage crystals. Alright, I'm going for saw you. He's bursting. Got it. Let's go. That's so cool. That's really, yeah, it. And once all the crystals were destroyed, all we had to do was just kill the dragon. And it was here that Brock was reminded of that tragic time. That hurts to even watch. Sorry, I have trauma from fighting a dragon with the white truck. Okay. Nice. 500 for you. 502, just like that. Well done, Brock. So now that Brock got the achievement, and he's officially passed 500 total, we had no time to celebrate, because we are still on that timer. So next one, Brock, take a look at what we gotta get. We gotta get Dungeon Crawler. Defeat all crawlers and mobs from special structures. I have been a Guardian and a Warden. Wait, I haven't killed an Evoker or a Vindicator? And what's interesting is I actually already got these ones, because last episode, when I found the Vex armor trim, when we were going through all the items, I went into a woodland mansion and killed these mobs. So Brock first went to the creeper farm to get some gunpowder while he came up with these mobs. He actually got the Guardian, one of the mobs that yeah, that does it. He was very focused on killing those creepers. He gave me the opportunity to scare him. Oh my god, dude! Sorry, I thought it scared me so bad. That was the reaction I actually did. I thought he had I got scared. So, fight or flight, you are a fighter. I'm a fighter. Are you a fighter, or what are you? I don't know. We have to find out at some point. Man, now I feel bad, because he gave me gunpowder right after I scared him. Brock is just such a kind soul. Now, at this point, it's going to be very dangerous to get the remaining mobs, and I noticed that I have a level, and if I die, all of those are just going to be so we figured this would be a good point to just use some mindless enchanting. I got a whole bunch of Elytras, bought some medicine and breaking books from our villagers, and then made a bunch of Elytras. And at this point, we had levels, so I figured that I was going to go to the end and make myself a perfect trident, which is going to be somewhat helpful for a few of the later advancements. But what's really nice about making a perfect trident is that there's actually an achievement for it. And just after that, because we had done a whole bunch of enchanting, I got the Elderly Enchanter achievement, which it's not technically a monster one, but it's still a part of the larger relationship, so I want to make sure it's covered. And once Brock and I had spent all of our levels, we made our way back. And that's when she asked, so what do you have to do? Not the Dungeon Crawler. I have to kill one, and that's then all monsters killed as well. Okay, let me go. Fighters, I'll be back. Oh, why? It's that high. Let's go. There you go. Alright. Now, wait a second. Let's actually rewind just a moment. You might wonder why Brock is the spider eyes. It's actually a very important thing. It's stuff. I'm going to bring it up because there is an ultra-hard achievement for people poppers for 1,000 spider eyes. I wish I was making a joke. Either place is like the type of that. So, Brock, I guess is getting a head start on that. I just had to get the Warden while Brock still had it. So I decided to go to the Woodland Mansion and that's easy. That's my favorite dungeon. Okay, Smoker behind me. Smoker. And as we pulled through after room in this Woodland Mansion, Brock and I was just unstoppable. If I had exploration, and then I found a way. Oh, a way. Let's go. I got it so nice. I pronounced a way. But this is like hello. No. have an egg, have an ally. Away, not ally. Then you a trophy awarded from completing one of the advances. Oh, dude, I feel like that's a really hard advancement to get that I just accidentally got. And I can't confirm that is indeed the case. You see, so many things had to go perfectly right. As I found the LA, I tamed it with a glass cane. And after that, without thinking about it, I chucked the glass canes on the ground. Then as I went to go kill that Vindicator, the LA picked those glass canes up, came over to me, and dropped them to me. I picked those up, and actually put them for the item rewards. Because item rewards are an optional part of Blazing Cave, this advancement is one that you can skip and still beat the entirety of Blazing Caves. And somehow, I got this accidentally. And you know what's terrible is after I got that achievement from my very special LA, it made me pyrosis by the way. Rock attacked it. No, he's on fire! With Rock having gotten only one remains for both of us to kill a warden. So we began our search for an city by first just trying to find a mountain. And it wasn't long before we did find one. And on day 146, it was here that Brock entered a cave that could potentially work. Now, I was busy trying to mine my way towards Brock, but that's when he activated the first streak. Okay, I got one strike. Okay, where are you? Because Oh, 9. You want my coordinates? I found an ancient city. Oh, what are your coordinates? And now being inside of the city and only one warden away from getting the achievement, my heart witnessed, my pulse increased, my blood flow began to hurt. We were just one warden away from getting the achievement. I flew to the center where the fight was going to take place. Just, I'll spawn a warden when you're here, probably, right? Yeah, wait for me. Now, while I was waiting for Brock to make his way to me, I wanted to get a couple of streaks while also getting the opportunity to loot some chests. The first one didn't have much, however, the second had other sides. Brock was busy mining down, then I went to the third chest and found some diamond pants. Diamond pants! Yeah, baby. There's another chest here. Should I go for? You won't. Oh, I'm going for it. This is Brock. You have 2 strikes. I'm gonna just shoot this thing with an arrow and spawn the warden. That's our third streak. Now for the fourth and final one to spawn the warden. Alright, warden is in. I'm going up even a little higher. Yep. I don't think he can get us from here. Keep in mind, I have still not died up until this point. And I should also specify that I have hardcore hearts and Brock has normal hearts. I know some people are going to probably think that was cheaty, so I'll just mention it was a joke that I made way back in the beginning where I told Brock I was going to try to survive all of Blazing Caves without getting any deaths, and then I would have a punishment where I would have to do 50,000 push-ups. So you see, it's actually quite like hardcore, because if I die right here, I will probably die in real life doing all those push-ups. Oh my god, I'm so focused. Is he angry? Yeah, but I don't think he can get out. I'll build over to him. I don't know if that's a good idea. Yep, now it's me. Now. Drop though, Lumpa. I'm going, Lumpa. Oh my god, this is a good idea. Great idea. What are you talking about? Moments before disaster. This is not gonna end well. Wait, more streaks is right over here. I'll just spawn one here. I killed. Are you giving me the problem child? Oh, here we go. I got another. I got 4 hits in on this one already. Wait, that's pretty close. Lumba, you can reach us, bro. Are you sure? I'm going up. I'm just building up a little bit. Who's gonna get this kill? I know. That was you. You have 3 achievements. Whoa! With Brock having gotten the advancement, now it's my turn. I'll spawn another right over here. You got this, bro. There we go. Wait, did you get something cool for that? I got a warden head, a totem of a diamond, and a how do I say this? It's definitely pronounced a mobetuistary. No, an mobetuistary, that is not how it's pronounced. And there we go. We officially got 3 new advancements from killing that one warden, bringing our grand total up to 48. And just then, I noticed the time had been ticking, and it is now hour 8. I am having such a fun time playing with Lumba. Lumba is such a cool person. He's also so handsome. I can't do it. What the heck is this trash? Like, why is Lumba making me say this, man? Like, oh my god, I don't get paid enough to do this. Like, as we entered hour 8, it was then that Brock said, like, should we just go with the next? Yeah. Let's do that. Oh,
Whoa! There's one called House of Freaks. Summon 5 warders and have them all receive 16 losses to play. Okay. You wanna try to get that one done while we're here?
Yeah, we might as well.
So we just summon a couple warders to fly in, fly out, right? How hard can it be?
Yeah. Here, let's summon them like I'm getting one. I literally just reused this thing here. So as if one warden wasn't fun enough, guess how much more fun we're about to have. If you said 5 times as much fun, you are a very smart individual.
I think we hit him once. Have him come over, right? Whoa. Okay. Got him. I don't know if he can hit us.
I'm gonna build out this space. I think we're okay. I think we're safe where we are. Okay. Try and stop the second one. Here, I can do it. How do you trigger it? Do you get a arrow directly on it? I think so, but there might be a cooldown. And that's trying to spawn that second one. Oh my gosh! Oh, what was that? What was that? I just shot you in the head. It's all that. I don't know. It just happened on purpose. Not at all on purpose. No, not at all. Okay, let's see. Let's see about that. What's that? The replay? Okay, a little bit to the right. Yeah, no. I think that was an accident. Here, I'm gonna lure him over here. So that's another one. Did it shriek? Oh yeah. Okay, so we got this one right below us. Don't fall below us. If you shoot him and anger him, I will be the bait to go spawn more though. Yep, I think both are angered on me. Alright, you want to try to spawn another? Yes, sir. Here we go. Okay. They're both over by me. Did it work? This is the strat. Oh yeah, this is the strat. Oh, it worked. I love this teamwork, though. Good. There we go. I got the 4 angered. Alright, I got 4. They're all over here. Going down to the pit. Alright. No. Alright, man. Oh, this is fun. Okay. They're all there. Can we do it? Yep, keep going. Okay. Yeah, there it is. Alright, there it is, bro. We got it. Got it. Oh, man. Number 49 done just like that. And that's one of the hardest ones. And at this point, we contemplated going for more of the warden-related achievements, but they're pretty difficult, so we decided to just hold off on those for now and make our way out of the mountain. So as Brock took over the mining, I took this time to look at our achievements and came to the conclusion that I wanted to get all the ones on the bottom row finished. So the first one we were going to go for was an achievement called Melting, where you have to bring a stray to a desert biome and then kill it there. So we flew all the way back and past our island over towards an old frozen biome that we found in episode 1. I think we could get 2 into one boat, right? Do you want me to get portals? I can do portals. Well, I don't think we need to if we can get them in boats and use the fireworks. Oh, yes. Alright, I got to do one boat. We got to do this before today, though. So in the new Minecraft update, there's a feature where you can attach a lead to a boat and then fly with fireworks, and it will just pull it behind you. We've never done it up until this point. So Brock came with the leads, and we were about to test it for the first time ever. Okay, so we level 3 fireworks. I think you just lead the boat, and you can literally fly. Get that lead? I don't know if this works. Okay, there you go. Okay. All right, now fly up and follow me. Okay. Switching gears to use the fireworks. It's working. Actually? Oh wait. It didn't row. Okay, I think you have to wait for the fireworks. Okay. It's connected. Yeah, it's still connected. Okay, keep going. Oh wait. Am I going the right way? You need to turn. Here, I'm going in front of you. You shooting at me? As spooky as it was, the boat lead trick was working. And now we just have to take them all the way to the desert. Yeah, we're almost there. I can get there in this slide, I think. Okay, they're coming over here on left. This is so funny. That was so easy, too. Oh, gosh. But here we go. Yo, that's so cool. That's so nice. Oh, wait, we got a, ice cream. 50 out of 82 is free. Now, what that one does, Brock asked what is next on your bottom level? Looks like we gotta get poison arrow. So we made our way back to base, and then it took me a second to find the poison arrows that we had made last time. But eventually, you're there. Alright, here we go. Alright, I'm gonna go over to the cave and shoot one. And 51. I don't think I need to remind you that these are just the easy advancements. They are going to get very complex later. Oh, I missed Lumba. Oh my god. Well, I guess, guys, Brock is not going to be able to finish the challenge. Alright, team, man. Now, I wanted to continue to focus on getting the easy achievements out of the way, so I got a slime block, and then said Brock. Alright, you ready? Follow me down here. You can go like this. What are you doing? What did you just do? How'd you do that? Boing. Yeah, that's so fun. So fun. There we go. Number 52. Trampoline is again another easy achievement for bouncing on the slime block from at least 30 blocks up. Now, after this, Brock had to catch up on an achievement I had already gotten for killing an invisible spider, so as he was searching for the brewing stand, I took this opportunity to gaslight him. Wait, do you know where you actually put it? Like, oh, wait, yeah, here. Brewing stands are over here. Oh, that's all I meant. Yeah. Oh, they're already over there. Oh, yeah, they were there the whole time. I'm gonna work on getting an achievement that we both need that also requires potions. And right here, we are about to start going for one of the most troublesome achievements. It's called Taste of Your Own Medicine, where you have to kill a witch with a splash potion. It sounds easy at first, but just trust me, there is a lot of pain in store with this one. I figured that I was gonna make a harming potion, and that would be the job. So I went to the cave, got some spider eyes, came up, crafted some fermented spider eyes, and then brewed some harming potions, which I then made into splash. And as I finished that, Brock took this opportunity to get his revenge. Hey, where you at? I am at our potion thing of all. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. There's Brock, there's an Elytra coming after me. It's trying to attack me. I can't. Oh my gosh, it's attacking me. Oh wait, that's you. Oh hey. Dude, you scared me so much there. And I gotta say, guys, let's get this man an acting award. Because, oh man, looks like there's a cool one. Drink milk or honey to cure poison when on half a heart. So I think what we should do is take these splash potions. Here's yours. We should find a witch. Get poisoned by the witch. Chillin'. Should be chilling. I'm gonna get a milk bucket. Yeah. I think I can get it from the goats, right? Be honest. How many of you knew that you could get milk from goats? So now that we had milk and we were officially targeting 2 advancements at once, we went to our nearby cave to try to find the pivotal witch. So we searched the cave for a few minutes in search of a witch, until coming to the conclusion that it just was not that fast. So we went up, and as it became night, flew over towards the nearby desert to see if we could have better luck there. Oh, I got a witch right here. You want to come get poison from it if you want. Come poison me, leave poison. Brew this potion right. She's literally throwing the potion right over my head.